chosen few. And we pray, cause we know that they might not ever come back. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wild, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. If ever should come across on your path, aiming straight for your goods, make a trade to his cash, fate with the woods, reflakes for your trash. Nah, you can have it, sucker. Here, God, ready to rip. On my high, ready to rip. With that armor, ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ready to rip. Hey, ready to rip. Ooh. Late model princess, yeah. Oh man, with that body riding. Late model princess, yeah. We don't play around, yeah, that ain't no doubt. We just send it in the corner, live, live it out. No, them Fender girls don't understand it all, yeah. Ain't no hesitate, we just make it pay. Paint them cushions in those corners, no it isn't safe. But for my sake, will you save it all? Cause you'll do the same to my heart, yeah. Late model princess got me going crazy. Yeah, she got them wings and never wing it down. Late model princess, yeah, she makes me listen when they're dirty, yeah, they got you hot and bottom. Late model princess, yeah. Oh man, with that body riding. Late model princess, yeah. See, I like the day and you know what you are, I know what I am. You a little late model star, now I'm a spring come here. You float the middle size, I'ma take your time and blow it. I'm a little bit of ghetto with that, send it then you'll know it. And I gotta get to going now, gotta catch me that eye. My mode is always slide or die. It's all this sees the moment's time, but while the clock keeps ticking by, you keep on talking on my mind. I'm contemplating situations where you could be all of mine, cause you're that late model princess, got me going crazy. Yeah, she got them wings and never wing it down. Late model princess, yeah, she makes me listen when they're dirty, yeah, they got you hot and bottom. Late model princess, yeah. Oh man, with that body riding. Late model princess, yeah. My late model, will you come and see me? Oh, one more time. Late model princess got me going crazy. Yeah, she got them wings and never wing it down. Late model princess, yeah, she makes me listen when they're dirty. Yeah, they got it hot and bottom. Late model princess, yeah. Oh man, with that body riding. Late model princess, yeah. Oh, yeah. Late model princess, yeah. Oh man. If I don't like 'em, I slide 'em like Carson Macedo, and they growl about it Lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedo. I'm just a lap car trying to survive, running in the back, fearing my life. Cause there's a black 2041 guy adding to the junk in the field with some white on white crimes. Or is it 99 maybe? I don't give a damn, but the bank statements lately adding up through the junk that the crazy man's making. Reckon her, reckon him, non-binary maybe, who knows? If I don't like him, I slide him like Carson Macedo, and they can growl about it. Lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedoes. Carson Macedo. And I don't know where we go from here and what we think about it, but it seems to me, gotta be about it. Time for talk and speak comes across as weak, especially when dotting I's and crossing T's. It seems to be what they all want and what they need. And then you'll go, oh, oh no, just like them cars. Down while he goes, and they get to finally feel like Carson Macedo. If I don't like him, I slide him like Carson Macedo, and they can growl about it. Lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedoes. Carson Macedo. If I don't like him, I slide him like Carson Macedo, and they can growl about it. Lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you. We can ride high, we can ride low, we can ride anywhere we need to go. We can ride all night up to the morning, as long as we make the show. We can be the best, or we can be the worst. We can be the best thing you ever heard. With the motor singing and the grandstands ringing, it's hard to put it all in words. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wild, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong, or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. Out on the dirt ovals we play, life in the bright lights with no shades. Letting her go, letting her rip, letting her fly, tossing her in sideways, living the life, letting her ride, outside winning to die. Cross her up on the cushion, crossing the line, cause some drama and some bullshit they didn't like. And if they don't like the move, then we're ready to fly. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wild, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong, or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we
Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in the building. We are here today with the backwards hat and the glasses. Hold on. Which one looks better? Oh, backwards hat. All day. We're in the game. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Backwards hat like that, or We do the sideways hat? I'm not used to the glass. We should take the glasses off. I can handle it. I can see that sideways. Is that what we're doing? Are you saying we should go sideways?
This show might go.
Oh, don't say that. Should we go sideways with the hat? Bro, actually, I don't know. Do it like backwards sideways? That looks like a doofus. All the way backwards sideways. All the way up is never going to work. We can't look that old. We're trying to attract teenagers today. And today, 19 and up, you know. I can't do the 18. They lie all the time. They're never 18, Sean. They're liars.
Never.
They're liars. Unfortunately, the music went away. I thought I had this all set up. Hold on. We need to got to bring back the music. There we go. We're bringing the music back. I'm sorry. That's the wrong way to intro the show. Wrong way to intro the show. Get this off tighty-whitey. Put the hair back. Get the shoulders out.
High, we can ride low. We can ride anywhere we need
I don't know.
to go.
I don't know.
We can ride all
Is that good enough? Oh, hello, ladies
As
and gentlemen. We'll
long
redo
as
it. We'll
it
redo
makes
it. Oh,
you
we're here, live on the show. No, hold on. What's the chat saying? How about that? Tonight's going to be very interesting. Hold on. Maybe the glasses do work. Let's see. Yes or no, Sean? The thumbnail has the glasses. I feel like I need to put them on. I feel like I have to at this point. I
don't know. I wish I had glasses on.
What happened to your glasses? How about you explain?
Well, one of my pups chewed them up.
If they were Death Ridge Racing optician glasses like moi's, you would get a free pair.
I know. I'm gonna have to check into that.
Oh, you're gonna. And you were supposed to get glasses earlier in the year, and you didn't. Go with Death Ridge. You didn't, and look what happened. God came and got you, which once again, God forwards and backwards. A dog came and ate your fucking shades or your glasses, your prescription glasses. You need them.
Yeah. Blurry right now.
Oh.
Pounding down these beers.
Pounding down what, Sean? No, I'm just
beers.
Okay, beers. Okay, yeah. In Iowa, that's all the men pound is beers, and they're all single and drunk. Let's go to the chat. We are here today, here on the show. It's going to be very interesting. Wow, the chat did not load. Wow, chat is off limits here today. Oh, there you are. You popped up. Compton Chaz. Somebody called me Compton Chaz. Trickle Dickle. Wow. Hold on. Do I need to sit straighter up for you? There's no trickle involved here. What are you talking about? Pinwheel hat. Why do they disrespect me this way, Sean? What did I do? What did I do, Sean? I don't know how to feel about this. Oh, no.
David Gravel's in here.
Oh, no. Really?
What's up, David Gravel?
David Gravel enters the chat. Where's Chase Rodman with his little blah, blah, blah enters the chat? David, you're about as worse as this Nicole Signor person. You know that, right? You're about as worse as this Nicole Signor. Let me show you what I mean by this. So, we announced today that we are technically leaving Iowa. We are leaving. Iowa doesn't want us. All of them are saying goodbye. Even what's her name? Ashley Watt. She even turned me down. I'm done. I'm done getting turned down by you Iowa people. We're leaving to Chicago where the big booty bitches live. We are missing our diversity in life. And look, you know, Nicole Signor moved here recently to Iowa. And there was an interesting post she put up. This is some David Gravel shit right here, actually. Look what she put on her fucking Facebook page. This is what I mean by David Gravel shit. She put with love hearts and all this bullshit. This is what's wrong with you modern women. Y'all are hypocritical liars. Even Nicole, who's I heard was a decent person, but after today, I can't believe it anymore. She said, iced coffee season is ending, but iced coffee with a hoodie season is just beginning. This is how they talk today. Sean, what is this? What is iced coffee with a hoodie season just begin? What does that even mean?
I would have thought pumpkin spice or something.
But that shit came out like 3 weeks ago. But anyways, here's what I mean by this is some David Gravel shit. This is some David Gravel shit right here. Look at this. I come down here and I say, hoodie, or there's a reason birds fly south, right? We are not meant to be here. Hoodies are a literal cover-up. We're supposed to be in the warmth, all right, Sean? I don't give a fuck what your bullshit says with your igloos. We're supposed to be where it's fucking warm. And she comes down here and says, get me hoodies all year long. It's my favorite, but winter is too much. Okay, so here's where we come full circle. So this post that this person, this entity, because women are demons, this entity posted this 7 hours ago. The coast ignore. Look at this, though, Sean. We got him. Look at this. 2 hours ago on her Facebook page. Oh, she switched personalities on us, maybe. That's really late compared to the normal season or past season. And this is a post that Williams Grove made. They are opening their season March 22nd. That's not winter time, but it's going to be kind of cold. Oh. And when I saw this post, I was like, oh, my God. No, she didn't. We get down here, and there's the post the comment I was looking for. Look at this shit. Look at this hypocrisy. What's wrong with you women? Once again. One comment says, but it will be close to the first week in October. Exactly right. Exactly. Fucking hoodie weather, you little fucks. Please start in April and run into November, which I agree, run into November. And she goes, I mean, October in PA can be cold. Oh, hell no, Sean. Oh, when I read this comment, I was like, wait. Hold on, Miss Iced Coffee fucking hoodie bitch. What are you talking? You're bragging about it over here, Sean. This is evidence. Now, all of a sudden, October weather can be cold. I thought you loved your iced latte coffee with your hoodie. What do you... So I got her here. I got her, ladies and gentlemen. This is some David Gravel shit. I literally said, when she said, I mean, October in PA can be cold, I said, not as cold as your heart. This is the truth. Not as cold as your heart. She said, probably true. Sort of like March, J.R. Sinif says. And then I said, I got her right here. This is just as bad as ice today. Just put a hoodie or put on a hoodie. You'll be fine. And have a nice coffee while you're at it, Sean. Got her. Fucking got her. Exactly. I won't even be there. I'll be in Iowa freezing to death. No, you'll be having your fucking hoodie on with your iced fucking coffee like you bragged about 7 hours ago to your little female friends. Look at them. Look at all the iced coffee chicks. Who's this Emily? Oh, yeah, girl, so much this. Nope. How you really feel is the truth over here, and you got caught just like this David Gravel motherfucker. This is hold on. No. We're bringing that up. Oh, no. I know we just lost the picture, but no. We are tired of you, David. This is it. The post. Oh. We're tired of this shit, David. We're fucking tired of we're sick and tired of seeing David Gravel with this. Look at this little smirk here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at him. What?
Look at Cody. He's like, he's tired or he's pissed.
Well, we would be able to look at Cody, but I tried to center focus David, and since he's really short, you can't see anyone else's face. I center focus. Did I not center focus David here? I mean, we
But my phone's not like up.
I mean, you could look over your shoulder, but if you would have chose the Deathridge Racing Opticians,
know, right.
you could have got the Chassis Special. So, anyways, David looks very happy in this, but we in the racing community, we in this world, we're tired of this shit. Are we not, Sean? Are we not getting a little tired of what we're seeing here with David Gravel winning all these fucking outlaw races? How can you describe it? Please talk in the mic. Tell us how you feel as a viewing audience member of sprint car racing right now.
You want to know the truth? Okay, here we go.
Talking to the mic and tell the truth, damn it.
Well, I mean, for me, I don't know. Just it seems like ever since.
For the record, you were the person in my video with 700,000, 800,000 views saying "fuck you, Gravel." For the record, that's who you are, as I was saying. But you are also the Asian who pushed the Asian known as Kyle Larson. So you not only have fandom for Kyle, you have literal genealogical relations with him. So anyway, your opinion can continue, but this is who you actually are. Continue, Nicole. Or sorry, Sean.
No, I did.
Talking to the mic, we can't hear you.
In Eldora. And, yeah, I mean, that was a good race, but.
Can't hear
What?
you. You got to talk towards the mic. I'm sorry. I mean,
I am
it's
talking
not
towards the
picking
mic.
you up. I don't know what to say. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe we need to lower the threshold. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right.
Towards the mic. How about that?
Okay. So, yeah, Eldora. On that video, I did say "fuck you, Gravel," just because I wanted to see my guy win. Anyway, to the point. I don't know. For me, my opinion is ever since the Knoxville Nationals is over, the luster of sprint car racing, for me anyway, kind of went downhill.
And then you got to sit back and watch this motherfucker win everything. And there's no championship bout. The championship bout, this ain't even update the points. It's 150 points as of yesterday. I'm sure it's even more. Let's see if they updated it. They got 50. Now it's 154 because the outlaw point system is just stupid and dumb. And you got to deal with seeing this guy. Hold on. We're going to center focus you, David. Once again, we're not being mean, David, when we do this. We're not being mean. Look. There's the top of David's hat. This is just how it is. This is just what it is. And now we got to see this guy. This guy is dominating. He is absolutely. Kofoid should have won the race. I thought that Kofoid should have won the race personally. He didn't win the race. And I don't even think a lot of people are Buddy Kofoid fans. I more so think that David Gravel is creating Buddy Kofoid fans. Because people are they're sick and fucking tired of this guy winning races. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
And I don't think I don't think I'm really the only one sick and tired of seeing you win races, David, since you're in the comment section. Look who else is sick and tired. After we get past your hat line, look at this guy. Look at this poor individual right here. Look at him. Look at this guy. What, Sean?
He just looks tired.
He's sick and tired of this shit, is he not? That's what it looks like, right? I'm sick and tired of this shit. If I said that, if I put a caption next to his face, I'm sick and tired of this shit, that would be him, right? Yes or no?
Yeah. The way it looks.
I'm just saying. So you're not sick and tired of it, David, but this guy, he looks like he's fucking sick and tired of this shit. Hold on, let's go to the other guy. Hold on, let's see. Let's work our way down the road. Cody. Look at Cody. Look at these guys. Who looks like they're not sick and tired of this, Sean? I mean, what is this? Oh, we need to zoom in even deeper. Hold on. We're getting deeper. I know you've never heard a woman tell you that, David, but here we go. No, I'm just playing. Look at this. Look. Cody is sick and tired of this shit. Is he not? Does that not look like the sick and tired look?
Yeah.
These guys, even his own crew guys, are sick and tired of winning and dominating. I'm not going to get them fired, am I, Sean?
Yeah, who fired?
These crew members. They're not going to get fired over.
I would hope not.
I mean, do they not look sick and tired of this shit?
On the outside looking in, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying. Are you sure?
Yeah.
We're tired of it, David. Everyone's tired of the shophusitz.com. Billion Automotive. Impact's even a sponsor. They may pull my sponsorship after me saying, that's fine. I bet even fucking David's tired. David Goodson, the good guy, not this horrible Asian attacking person. I bet you he's tired of this shit too, David. We're all tired of it. Cody's tired. The only one I'm not tired of it is, look, even this other guy who's just there as a sponsor, he's like, oh, we're here. Zach's happy because he gets to drive a 305 sprint car at Husitz, and it's in a shop. That's why Zach's happy. Let's just be honest. He has the worst job on the team, working the tires. No credibility, no respect, but he has a free sprint car or he's got a sprint car in the shop. It's not free, I'm sorry. He gets to drive race cars. Look, this is the greatest example of why, I feel like I need to get back behind the wheel. I've been thinking about this recently. We're going to get back on our diet program. We're going to be losing some weight. We're going to get out on the track with David because I think it could take David down and Kyle. But this is why. It's the morale. Look at this. Look at this frame right here. There's two people who drive race cars. And there's two people who don't in this frame. There is. That's the truth. Zach has the worst, this guy on the far left, Zach Peterson or Scientology guy, or probably he knows all the secrets. That's why they give him a car. He's like, oh, here's your race car. Shut the fuck up when we tell you to. He drives a race car and David drives a race car. Cody and this other guy, who is this guy? Do you even know who this is, Sean? Do you know who this is?
I do not know that blonde-haired guy.
I mean, he looks wore the fuck out. I mean, that looks like the Douglas used tires from the damn, Habib shop in downtown that can get balanced and put on your car for $35 when you have a blowout. That's what that sumbitch looks like. But I'm just saying, that's the difference between being drivers and being just, we're here. Some people.
Dude, Knuckle Skinner.
I'm just.
1999 super chat. Gravel's going to win by 300 points next year with Roth and JRR.
That
Bill
pisses me
Hiley.
off. I'm fucking walking off the show. I do have to take a piss. Hopefully we can. That worked. Oh, we broke it. We broke it. Did we not? No, wait. When the rest.
But is it working?
It is. It
Okay.
just came back.
All right.
What does Knuckle Skinner say? Oh, wait. Donnie used to win twice as much as me. Come on, Chaz. Tired of what? Look at your crew member's face. Do they look tired? That's all the fuck I'm saying. If they had a high limit schedule, they could rest up.
Oh boy. He's had some beers tonight. And this, anybody tried this Fireball Blazing Apple? Anybody in chat? This shit's disgusting. No, David. You're a hell of a driver. I don't dislike any of the drivers out there, but I was like this with Donnie. I'm sick and tired of seeing you win all the time. David is a Kyle Busch, your role model for fan engagement. What?
Oh,
my
I'm suffering
God.
from depression. I mean, Ashley Watt said I had to weigh 185 pounds to take her bowling. Do you know how much
Who?
that detours a man? Ashley Watt. It's Kelby Watt's sister.
Oh.
She's young, but I was like, hey, Andrew Tate says, date the young ones. They're smart.
Oh, was she the
That's
one
what
that was
Spike
falling
said
out of the? Was she the one falling out of the truck?
She was the one falling out of the truck, yes.
Okay, yeah.
They did. I mean, her and her cousin are pretty stout. Apparently, they're both above 18, so I was trying. But when she said I had to be 185 pounds to take her bowling, I was like, oh, my God. I'll just slit my wrist tonight. What did Gravel leave? Did we scare him away?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Somebody's asking. So you had the Kyle Larson fan ask David Gravel, is Kyle Busch your role model for fan engagement? Was that supposed to be like a smart ass remark, Sean?
I don't have, maybe.
Would you rather see Gravel win or Kyle? Well, here's the deal. I mean, Gravel isn't winning as much as Kyle when he said the N-word, is he? I mean, Kyle won everything.
Right.
Nobody complained, right? They celebrated it. No answers? No answers in the chat? Y'all get stubbed when that gets brought up? How y'all celebrated Kyle? Okay. Okay. All right. Here's what I have to say. Here's what I really have to say. As we look at the points here, there's no reason to look at the points. Top 5 right now, Sheldon. Donnie in 6. I thought Donnie had a good run tonight. I still think he could maybe win Sharon. Maybe. We had an interesting phone call actually tonight, Sean, from a very prominent individual in the motorsports world. He called up and said, when is Sheldon going to fire Ripper? That actually happened, right, Sean?
Yep.
He called me up right after the race. When is Ripper getting fired? When can we fire Ripper? Why would he say that? What was his...
Don't think it's going to happen, but I don't know why he would say that.
Does Ripper drive the car off the cushion into the wall and flip it over and over? I don't know how he does this.
No.
I mean, that's how the car goes sometimes. I don't think that's Ripper's fault. I mean, you can only do... Oh, hold on, what?
That's just Sheldon's style.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. I mean, you could look at the top 5s. We got 58 races here. 23 top 5s for Sheldon. But look how much it drops. This is why people say, high limit is more spread out. You look at the top 5s here for the Outlaws, and it's basically dominated by these guys, Sheldon, Gravel, Macedo. When you're racing against Sheldon, Gravel, Macedo, it's hard to get top 3. They'll shoot hard in there. These are some pretty top guys. And then Sheldon's in the mix. I mean, he's at 23 top 5s. You get outside of that, Bill Baylog's doing something at 14, but then it just drops. It goes from double digits to basically single digits for top 5s. The only guy with above that is Gio Selzy, who was on the tour for half the damn year, and he's at 7. So this is where it is hard. You could think that Sheldon needs to be top 3 every night, but when you're trying to fuck with Gravel, and you're trying to fuck with Macedo, and you're trying to fuck with Cofoid, and you throw the $1 million man Logan Schuchart in there, you're kind of fucked. You know, and that's what the guy on the phone was saying is he thinks that Sheldon should be on the podium more often. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
But how you gonna compete against these elitists?
Elbows up, I guess.
What do you mean? How are you going to beat them? How are you going to run top 3 against Gravel, Kofoid, Macedo, no matter who you are now?
Be more aggressive, I guess. I don't know. Or more money? Hell, I don't know.
That's what they think, right? Do you think that
Well,
the 18, which most people, I would say, even you heard it at your job. Most people know or have heard from very reliable sources, for instance, that Sheldon's going to the 18 car next year, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You've heard that.
Yep.
Todd Cooney told me that. Everyone's telling me that. You really think the 18's going to put Sheldon in the top 3 every week? Instantly?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Why?
I don't know.
You think a Morrison motor's going to make that big of a difference? Or at least in people's minds. You think that's going to make... What car could Sheldon go to? How about this? What car could Sheldon go to that's going to put him up against Gravel, Kofoid, Macedo on the Outlaw Tour? What cars available? These aren't just good cars. The Gravel, Kofoid, Macedo cars, they're not just, even Sharrah, they're not just good cars, they're good teams. They're like the 4 most elite racing teams in all of sprint car racing right now.
Well, if Paul Silva would go a season with the national tour,
he already has. It's called Shane Stewart.
And put Sheldon in it, I think that might be something.
You think Sheldon would sustain a Paul Silva back of the trailer mental fucking breakdown ass ripping like Paul Silva did to Spencer Baston when he finished 5th at Placerville? Why are you laughing, Sean? You think Sheldon could handle that kind of mental abuse from Paul Silva?
I don't know.
I don't think it's possible. I think one of the reasons that Sheldon and Ripper are going to stay together is because Ripper and Sheldon have worked together and they're friends and they're buddies. I think Sheldon needs a buddy. Sheldon is the Dale Earnhardt Jr. of this sport. People think he should be top 3. They think he should be his dad. That doesn't mean that he is. And honestly, when you look at stats, he's better than his dad. For some reason, in people's minds, they think Jack Hodenschild just won everything. How many World Outlaw titles does Jack Hodenschild have? I'm asking.
0.
Really? Well, then why is all this pressure on Sheldon?
I don't think it's because of his dad.
Then why does he get to wad cars up so much and gets a pass?
I don't know. Maybe we need to get him on the show and ask him.
No, he won't do that. He hates me.
I
He
bet
doesn't
you.
like the media. He hates me. He's not as cool as David.
I bet he watches you though.
Oh, yeah, he says that all the time, but that doesn't matter. We're talking about real people here.
What? Sheldon's not real?
No, Sheldon's Illuminati. We have cried. Somebody said Axon's been a big disappointment. Hold on, we're going back to the chat now. The chat's taking over. Here's the problem. I don't think that 18 car is going to do too much for Sheldon. How many drivers have we seen come up the ranks? Gio Scelzi's the greatest example with the 18 car. I'm not hating the 18 car. They're probably putting in the money, the time, the effort. I don't know what they got going on. Are they still on those KCP chassis? Or what are those chassis that were weird or whatever? I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
But that's what
Here, Gravel put he made a mention of number 2 and 17 again.
Why?
I don't know. Ask him.
What kind of Illuminati shit are you putting on my channel right now, David? We all know what you had to do to get that Exalta sponsorship with Jeff Gordon. We know what rooms you went into. You know all the Illuminati keys that open doors. What did you have to do, David? What do you mean, 217? David, you're in one of the best fucking rides there is with, I'm not going to, you might put up with just the similar Paul Silva mental anguish part, dealing with not Cody, but other situations. But at the end of the day, you got a really good crew chief, really good car. You're a decent driver. I mean, I think there's some micro drivers better than you. Probably Steven Snyder. Snyder Jr. could probably put it on your ass. I think Emerson Axum. If you put, dude, I think this is the only reason I started talking, David, was because of Emerson Axum. Emerson Axum. Let's just stay on this. Although I would utilize the Giovanni Scelzi example of, Scelzi came up, did what he did at Williams Grove, all this momentum, did the NASCAR route, said, fuck NASCAR, I want to race dirt track race, and I believe in that. Went to the 18 and just all the momentum gone. Right? I mean, we thought Gio was about to be the next. Broke Joe came on the show. He's going to be the next guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Ryan Timms was going to be the next guy. Broke Joe comes on here, makes fun of me. Broke Joe comes on here, makes fun of me when I was trying to put Justin Sanders in the 10 car with Liebig Motorsports. Look what happened. Ryan Timms gets into a good car. Everything changed. Ryan Timms, the new tire, everything happened with the 5T car. It changed. It went away. Get the right driver with the right team, and you can do some fucking shit, bro. Scelzi comes up. Supposed to be this big deal. Gets to the 18. Stops. Axum comes up. Did what he did. Looked so impressive in the 27 machine, the Klossmeyer ride. Gets to the 18. It honestly didn't even look like the driver. It didn't look like there's much change between Scelzi and Axum. I mean, maybe Scelzi could have wheeled a victory out of some little experience advantage, but the 18s looked okay, but it ain't looked great. That's how it kind of looked with Scelzi. I think rides and operations matter so much more here. David, you're the greatest example. Look at what you did in the 41 car. Look at how bad Carson Macedo was. I'm just going to mute you, Sean. I'm trying to make a point. Look at how bad Carson Macedo was in the Kyle Larson Racing 2 car, David. And look at how good you were in the 41. Y'all literally swapped out, did this new team with Todd. They threw Carson Macedo in the 41 car, and all of a sudden, this mid-pack back guy who wins 4 races in the Kyle Larson ride, this major supported Chevrolet, all of a sudden, Carson Macedo looks like David Gravel. The 41 car looked like the 41. I think you could have did better. Y'all probably would have did more. I'm just saying, Carson Macedo looked like David in the 41 car when the transition happened. And that kind of shows you how important these rides are. I don't know if it's some voodoo or what the fuck ever, but we've seen a trend here, just like with the 41 being sustainably fast, whether it's you, David, or whether it's Carson. We've also seen a trend here of guys coming up, bunch of speed, bunch of momentum, very fast, very quick, and then they fall into a stud pattern. Gio Scelzi, 18. Emerson Axum, 18. I'm not so sure that the 18's any better than the 17. Maybe, the crew's different, or the crew chief of Ripper combo with Sheldon's going to make a difference. You get to the 18, you get the Morrisons. You don't get these Gary Stanton things that they're working with at the 17 crew. And the 17, in my opinion, and what I've been hearing, doesn't get the same treatment from Ricky Stenhouse as much. And there's actually some internal team drama between the Clausen Marshall team and the Stenhouse Marshall team. or Clausen. There's like a discrepancy there within the NOS groups, apparently. I don't know if this is facts. This is kind of what I hear. So maybe if they get the funding with the 18, with the good motors, they got Morrison's, one of the best motor builders, the motor builder for David Gravel in their operation. Maybe that's going to make a difference. But I just haven't seen this 18 car that Sheldon and Ripper are rumored to go to from the entire sprint car world. I haven't seen that 18 car advance anyone in the field. I've only seen that 18 car kind of plateau people. Does that not make any sense, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay, so what comments are you laughing at so we can continue?
Oh, Gravel's busting you out.
You can't drive, Chaz, slowest guy at K1 speed in the last 30 days. David, just back down. You don't want to. Kyle Larson told you that Chaz is a good race car driver to your face on your show. I mean, this is you and Kyle, biggest rivals of all time. He wasn't poking fun of you at the moment. But Kyle Larson did say, I'm a good race car driver on the David Gravel show. I mean, did he say this, Sean? He did say this, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
This was live on your show, David. But what?
No, go ahead.
No. Comment. Go ahead. Say I'm fat and ugly. It's fine. Just like Ashley Watt did.
It's been a while. I do recall Larson saying that.
So, David, shut your fucking mouth. I had 100 pounds on everyone at K1 Speed, and I made the top 20 list of the week at 2 different locations in the K1 Speed lap time domain. Okay, so you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, David. You shut the fuck up and drive, like Cody has been trying to tell you, and keep winning races. Although you're dragging them into the dirts, you're winning too many races. Do we need to bring up the picture of you and your crew chief after this? Do we need to bring up what you've already done to people? Look at what David Gravel's success does to people in today's society. Look at these faces. Who's having a good time here, Sean?
I don't know. You are.
I could take a wild guess.
I think David is too.
David looks like he's having a good time, but as far as fans and me and everybody being tired of you just dominating the world of outlaws, it don't look like I'm alone. It don't look like we're alone, David. Look at these faces. Hold on, we could zoom in. They don't look happy, do they, Sean? I mean,
they do not.
They don't look happy. Look, if I was to caption his face, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. Look at these 2 drivers here. We're driving race cars. He. That looks like, honestly, this looks like the screenshot they're going to have when they frame Tyler Robinson with Charlie Kirk's murder. And the guy in the middle is the damn governor, and that's Charlie Kirk, and that's their lawyer. We got him. What else is this? What is this? Oh, what's the chat saying? Is the chat being mean right now?
No.
Knuckle Skinner's throwing the big bucks in. Those were the kids' cart times. Look at David trying to be comically nice. We stood up for David, fought all the Larsonites all year long, and this is the respect we get. This is unbelievable. Why don't you just kick me out of your racetrack for asking you a question, David, while you're at it? Unfucking believable. Somebody says, Buddy's going to catch you. Everybody wants Buddy to beat David. And once again, I don't even think that these people are Buddy Kofoid fans. David, these aren't Buddy Kofoid. Look, somebody, Gravel couldn't sniff desperate Kyle balls in 2020 and 2021. First of all, that's because Kyle cherry-picked soft, easy races. Knuckle, we didn't win 53K at Eldora that year. You don't want to press David. David's one of the best race car drivers in the world. You better calm down, Knuckle. You're getting out of your Skinner line. I'm just fucking saying. You don't want to go toe-to-toe with David. He's a really good race car driver, almost as good as me and Kyle. But You don't want to go toe to toe. Did I just say that on my show? I'm like, well, Kyle said it on his, so I don't think that David ever or was ever called a good race car driver by Kyle. Was he ever? I don't think ever. Has he been? John, has Kyle ever called David a good race car driver?
I don't believe so. I don't know.
These are facts. These are facts. Kyle was desperate and clowned everyone. They say, oh my God. But once again, my bigger point here is I don't even think people are actually Buddy Kofoid fans. They just think that Buddy Kofoid's the closest guy to maybe giving us a race worth watching with the World of Outlaws on a week in and week out basis. Is that not, honestly, is that not the truth, Sean?
That's the truth.
They don't even like Buddy Kofoid. They know that Carson Macedo's overrated. They given Logan Schuchart can run 5 miles consistently every day, but he can't finish up front consistently every day. I mean, this is what people are looking. I know that Buddy's a wheel man. I'm not saying he's not, but I think there's a lot of people who are Buddy Kofoid fans right now simply because when they tune into Dirt Vision and watch a World of Outlaw race, and it's not a weekend where high limit guys can race, they want to see a fucking race for the win.
Yeah, and Kofoid right now is the only one that can run up there with David.
Right. You got me over here saying that Donnie Schatz may Desert Storm your asses at Sharon or something so that maybe there could be something to talk about. There's nothing to talk about when you're winning, David. Look at this. Everybody's sick of it, David. Stop winning. Just pull over and let everybody go by. Oh. Cody Ernest with the comment of the day. If only Sammy had Gravel's car. Do you remember Knoxville? Do you remember what he said?
Yeah.
If I had his car, I'd kick his ass. Fucking John Wayne showing up at the Knoxville Nationals. Or here's my other point. Here's what should happen. David, if you're going to be this damn dominant, like Tim McCready or Jonathan Davenport or Ricky Thornton Jr. in 2023, we could fix this. You could. With this thing right here, David, could fix it. Late Model Boys fixed it. They ain't worried if you pull away for 90 races, David. They got a chase for the motherfucking championship in the late model world because there's boys over there in the late model world who have bored up the championship battle. Jonathan Davenport, Scott Bloomquist, Ricky Thornton. He boarded up in 2023, but that was the inaugural year of the Lucas Oil Late Model chase for the championship. And he lost that championship. Late models are so 10 years in advancement of us in the sprint car world, it is unbelievable. Y'all literally in the World of Outlaw late model world should start taking advice from the late model world. Because look, they reset these points. Look at this. Reset them. After Knoxville, Brownstown was the first race of the season. The chase here, the final 6 races, I do believe it is. 6 races. They reset the points, make it a 70, 80, 80 point gap, which obviously is a little closer than the Outlaws point system. Ricky Thornton Jr., Jonathan Davenport, Devin Moran, Hudson O'Neill is the 4 drivers who are separated here. So it actually, because of what hold on, what?
Is the points up to date after tonight?
No, this was the reset. This is the reset points here going into these final 6 races. And so it kind of jumbles the points championship up, because if they don't have something like this, then Jonathan sorry, we're getting kicked off the show. We got to shut her down. Yeah. They said I sound like an owl. Who, David said that? We're getting audience feedback, apparently. That means I have wisdom if I sound like an owl. That's what owls represent, is wisdom and faith and determination and murderous tendencies. Wait, what did you say, Sean?
She come down to talk to David, or she wants to ask David some questions.
She heard
probably.
David was on the show. All the women come running for David. Imagine if you were 6'5", David, what would really happen? You might marry Taylor Swift. Oh, my gosh. She's just down here to insult the chest. But anyway, Ricky Thornton, they reset these points so that these people can't run away and just dominate. Look at Ricky Thornton, 13 wins, dominating the season. Jonathan Davenport dominates season. They reset these points to actually make it a battle. Let's see if it's actually updated. So, tonight changed everything. The battle has changed just a little bit. You see this. Hudson O'Neal basically done now. Had a bad night tonight. Jonathan Davenport had a bad night tonight. He's not done, but he definitely fell back. Went from 80 back to 110. Devin Moran stays within striking distance at 70 points back. Obviously, Jonathan Davenport had some issues, as you can see here on the post. We had that there, but Hudson O'Neal went around. But then you also had a 3-car battle for the win. And this was the finish of the late model race tonight. Good competitive racing, something we don't get when David Gravel just dominates all the outlaw races. But you had Hoffman and Shepard there right to the line. Moran in third, Ricky Thornton in fourth. So Moran gained 10 points. I think it's 10 points per position here. Davenport didn't place in the top 10. I believe he finished 12th. Hudson O'Neal a little farther back. But they implemented this chase for the championship because of David Gravel. Because there are guys in here like Ricky Thornton if he gets on his shit. Jonathan Davenport if he gets on his shit. Brandon Shepard if he gets on his shit. Brandon Overton if he gets on this shit. The late models have more competition, but if they hit the right setups, they get going, they can string shit together and just dominate a championship, and it makes the championship not even matter. And then you have the split series over here, and their biggest events are more important than their championship. So they have devised a way, or attempted to, the Outlaws need to attempt to do something like this, to create some spice to their championship battle. That's why they did this. So over the next few weeks, you're going to be having these final, I believe it's 5 more races to go. Tonight was 1 race at Brownstown. Let me go down here to the bottom. These final 5 races are going to determine the 2025 Lucas Oil Late Model Series champion. Tomorrow at Brownstown, 2 nights at Pittsburgh, 2 nights at Eldora. And they've had to do this because of motherfuckers in the racing world that look like this. You're the reason, David. You're the reason. If the World of Outlaws had a chase, everybody would look like you. But because they don't, that's what they look like. And then the other guy who gets to drive race cars. I understand this. This is why I've thought, do I need to get back into racing? You know, I've had some thoughts here. I think I could take Zach for sure. David, you could be some trouble. Maybe, David, you could be some trouble for me. But Zach's lap traffic. These other guys already lapped. Look at their face. You and your little knuckle set. You need a chase for the championship. I'm just saying, David, you need a damn chase for the championship, because as much as this world is playing Illuminati with Baker Mayfield and Bucky Irving with their 6-7 and their points scored too, you're not doing it to us, David. You're not doing it to us. You want it be so if the system turned to this style, David, where you had to race your guts out for a championship after consistency this long, you would just quit, David. That's what you're saying. You would quit racing. Is that what he's saying here, Sean?
I think so.
Oh my! Here comes the Knuckle Skinner is out for David Gravel ass right now in the chat session. Todd Queering paid Kofoid more money than Gravel this year. Wow. Why are they saying this? This other guy's like, let's fucking go. They're all happy, David, that Buddy Kofoid beat you in your track at your shop. I'm curious, at the Houston's Racing Shop, do they actually have like Buddy Kofoid 2025 Houston's FKING National Champions? They have like, do y'all celebrate y'all's tracks champions? Do y'all have like if Knoxville owned a race car and you know Ryan Timms wins it, they put a big Ryan Timms banner up for the track that won the big, or the driver that won the big race, right? Like, shouldn't there be like a big Buddy Kofoid statue at the Houston's shop or something, right? Because he won the race. Donnie used to win by 400 points, but let's think the series up. People booed Donnie because they hated him. And at the same time, it's a new world. Kanye West said it best, Donnie, Danny, David, all you guys. Kanye West said it better. It's a new world. High limit exists. You have competition now. This is what is good for the free market. The reason that somebody has to figure out a way to make a better pizza than the other guy is because there's another guy making a pizza. If there's only one person serving sprint car pizza, then there's no reason to adjust how good your pizza is made, David. Now that there's another person in the game called High Limit serving pizza, you have to find a way to beat them in the free market. You know what I'm saying, Sean?
Oh, yeah.
This is what you'll have to deal with now. Now, unfortunately, you're not as advanced as the late model world. The late model world works together. The World of Outlaw late model is just trash compared to Lucas Oil. But that's because they acquired the best drivers. I do think the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series has the best drivers. I don't give Rico too much credit. He almost retired from sprint car racing. You said that in 2024, was it, or 23, David, in a talk show on your show? You even said it yourself. You don't know if you could put David up there with the top 5 drivers because 2 years ago or a year prior to the show we're referencing, he wasn't even racing well. He wasn't performing well. I think this was 2023 because he basically almost retired. He found Ricky Warner and his whole career changed. So you said this about Rico. I agree with you. So I don't think Rico's that great. But I do think Brad Sweet is. I still think that High Limit has one guy, maybe 2 with Aaron Reitzel. You for some reason you had to snitch on Aaron with his cheater chassis in New York. I heard that was Gravel's crew that did that, by the way. I heard that was Gravel's crew that snitched to the World of Outlaws that Reitzel had a fake sticker on his chassis. But Reitzel is one guy. That is one guy, Sean. If I was to pick High Limit and I throw Rico out because I don't know how validity-based his skill set is, if he just got a good crew chief and a good car, you don't think Rico is great chili boat? No, I mean, he could drive. I'm not saying he can't, but he really almost retired. He got fired from the Paul Silva 57 because he cared about selling shirts more than actually driving. He was on a downward slope. But Aaron Reitzel, Rico Abreu, and Brad Sweet, we'll throw them in there, versus Carson Macedo, Buddy Kofoid, David Gravel. This is where the two series could actually work together. If we could have y'all, come, I don't know, let's say 2 weeks from now, instead of y'all running around, fiddle fucking around, waiting for world finals and saying whose champion's better, let's get y'all together and race. Let's have a fucking race. Stop fucking around. Stop asking who's better. The fans want to see it. If Jake Paul can fight this fucking little short dude, y'all can fucking fight. There needs to be some playoff system between the two series. Be better. Learn from the late model world, but also gain and build on what the late model world and learn what's wrong or right that they do. Take the top 5 or top 10 from High Limit and World of Outlaw point systems and take them down to the southern states where you can't get a crowd. Motherfucker, you take the top 10 from High Limit and the top 10 from World of Outlaws. You do a 3-week racing series or 4-week racing series, 2 nights in Vegas, 2 nights at fucking Texas where you can't get a crowd, 2 nights at Volusia, or 2 nights, or make it a 4-week series. Throw Charlotte in there. Make it a 4-week series in November. If you did it right and you scheduled properly, you'd start it right after the National Open. And have a fucking 20-team or 16-team invitational. There you go. $1 million purse. Knuckle Skinner, the guy who's been going after David Gravel the whole night here. Top 8 in points. World of Outlaws, High Limit. 16 teams. No need for fucking B-mains. Hell, you could do a midweek. This is how you really sell it. Because streaming's everything. Do it midweek. 16 teams, qualifying, heat races, main event. Or dash. Do a dash. Do a dash. Qualifying, heat races. Do a dash. David, come on now. Where are you at on this? You said you're going to quit. If you were 6'5", I know, you would have Taylor Swift as your wife or whatever. Although I would pick Jillian over Taylor all day long. But all I'm saying, David, $1 million per 16-team invitational, top 8 in both series, 4 weeks, championship on the line, reset it with points. Of course, the high point guys get an advantage. But let's do it. Let's do it. Maybe we put 4 additional teams, do some fan votes. Pick the best PA driver, pick the best California West Coast driver, Midwest gets a vote. Maybe 2 teams from all areas, 22 teams, and then maybe 2 additional teams like maybe a Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell. Do it midweek. Do it at these tracks that are, can't get a crowd, but they have the facilities. And they're going to fill up when you put this amazing thing on. Make it on different tracks. Go to Vado. Go to Vado. Vado deserves an amazing race. They have the facility. They're in the South, a little warmer in October, November. Just saying here, David, let's have regional qualifiers in these little areas. Qualify for the big race. This is how you trump what the late model world has. This is how you overtake them, sprint car industry. By creating a world sprint car championship. Doing it right. Streaming it. Doing it midweek because you could sell out and the whole world's fucking watching. This is how you trump them, David. The only question, David, that we have for you, David, the only question, we're going to put David used to win by 400 points. Hold on, we'll try to include your comment there, Knuckle. Hold on, we're trying. The only question here, David. Here's the question. If you got into a 4-weekend race for a world championship, got all these guys in there. Are you worried about, everybody thinks you're Superman, you do your little when you celebrate Your little arm, your little Hulk Hogan wannabe look. The question is, are you worried about kryptonite? Or in this case for you, David, are you worried about the ginger kitty? Are you worried about that little fucking 5'3" little... Why are you laughing? Sean just left the room. Are you worried that if you got into a 8-race playoff with Brad Sweet, and Brad Sweet knew it, this is the battle, he's on the high limit side, it's time to fucking show it. Are you worried about that little sporadic motherfucker going into heat on your ass is what I'm saying. He'll start spraying everywhere, David. Y'all know what I'm saying. Brad Sweet, if you put him in that scenario where he could win this world championship deal and take down everybody, he would cat spray fucking everywhere. Would he not, Sean? Isn't David Gravel afraid of Brad Sweet? That's the MO, right?
I think so.
He couldn't win a championship until Brad Sweet left. He couldn't win it. Go ahead. No? Yes, no?
I don't know. It'd be pretty interesting.
Outlaws would remove the 4-race limit. Oh, God. Brad, the decline is definitely showing this year. No, I mean, he's doing pretty good, even though he's bouncing around from teams. I do see Cash Kelly is in the show. He is in the show. I see this Cash Kelly with the comment here. We do want to talk to Cash Kelly. I don't know if we could do it tonight. Should we do it tonight? That could be too long. I think the show with Cash Kelly needs to go a little.
We'll do it another night.
It does need to go another night. But this Cash Kelly's got things to say. Who's this Cash Kelly? You know a little bit about him. I got to use the restroom real quick. Can you tell everyone who Cash Kelly is here in the chat?
Well, I don't know really who he is, but I've been following him. It's been since probably the January 6th insurrection, right around that time era. Yeah, he's got some pretty interesting things to some viewpoints and stuff. Yeah, he did some. I think he did some prison time. Yeah, I mean it's an interesting deal. Come on, David. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Let's get into what? Uh-oh.
You know what? Let's go to Cash Kelly, because I want to get to the bottom of this. Cash Kelly.
He would love to talk to us, he says.
He says he would love to talk to us. Okay? Okay, Cash Kelly, hold on. We're going to get into this, because this is Curious Cash Kelly. Y'all know we've been having these talks with what we've been talking about, the Candace Owens deal, right? The claim she's making, right?
Yep.
And I'm not a believer in the system. I've got to see some pretty interesting things in person. Of course, we went to the Chaz. I've talked about that. We've experienced a lot of very intense political drama-based situations. And this Cash Kelly has an opinion that is, I guess, He's saying Candace Owens is crazy, basically, on some of the stuff we're saying. The conspiracy with the situation around the Charlie Kirk scenario is nuts, correct?
Yeah.
And I would like to hear... hold on.
He's saying that Candace Owens has really no... how I should say this... Merit, yeah, to what she's saying.
Okay, this could be good. Let's see here. Cash Kelly, can you call the number on your screen, 972-737-0409? We will have you call into the show right now and talk about this. We're going to get into some political dialect with the ICE arrest of the Iowa public, what was it,
Iowa Public-
superintendent?
Yeah, the Iowa Public
ICE
Schools.
arrested a superintendent in Iowa who was apparently a illegal immigrant. There was some splashback on that. We had the Snake Eyes conspiracy theory, where there's a guy in a movie from 1997 where he got shot on September 10th with Tyler the Executioner fighting in round 7. The number is up. It's on your screen. 972-737-0409. It's at the bottom of your screen. There's some fucked up shit happening around this scenario. This Cash Kelly does not believe in that. I'd like to the one video you showed me, Sean, he seemed very convinced at the status quo. I don't believe in status quos. We do understand how the media is owned. We've documented on the show how the media is owned. We see how 90% of politicians are owned by AIPAC. And when you get onto these narratives, I don't like narratives. So I'm actually very curious to see if Cash Kelly can call in right now. You say you got it. I would like to hear this. Ask Nick Fuentes about Candace. Nick is not necessarily the best guy to listen to. I don't think so. Hold on. We'll put put the chat back up. There's your voice opinion line here. Let's hear it. I'm waiting for Cash Kelly to call in. I think we got one here. Here it goes. Let's see. Is this Cash Kelly on the other line? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Okay. So for the viewers here, this is definitely a different viewership, I would think. It's a racing platform, but we talk about everything and anything whenever we need to or want to. This whole Charlie Kirk deal. I've been in situations where like 2 million views where I was going to get shot, not shot, but fought, beat up in a parking lot. I've been in these scenarios where you speak out and you could get attacked. When I saw somebody get killed, it's like I have a little bit of sympathy for sure on that, especially in the Charlie Kirk perspective, who wanted to hear both sides, who wants open debate. I'm all about that. I think too many people are disconnected from one another. The TV screen kind of tells us what to think in today's society. We don't really go outside anymore as we used to. Yeah. So why don't you just give a little background on who you are? Obviously, this Kirk deal, we covered it a little bit on the show. We talked about what Candace Owens was talking about. That's what Sean showed me of your content that you got over there on Cash Kelly. But who are you, for the people who have no idea what a Cash Kelly is, anything about that? Who are you on the other line?
All right. Well, I'm a pardoned January 6er. I was a part of the Trump campaign in 2020. I was viral all 2020 before they deplatformed me. And went to prison for 36 months, got out, and, just picking back up the pieces, man, and getting back into doing what I do, which is having a social media presence. And just paying attention to Candace. Yeah, I've always paid attention to Candace, all the way back in 2019, 2020. And I didn't like her then. I saw through it then because, I'm from the hood. I grew up in the Chicagoland area. I had a troubled background. I was a troubled teen, gangbanger, all of that. All the things that she used to talk about the statistics and black people, and I guess that's part of the reason. So
you were against what she was saying in that way, or when were you in the political dynamic, the grifting of sides in that, I guess you could call it?
Yeah, I thought that's exactly what she was like a grifter. And for me, I always thought, like in 2019 especially, I'm like, man, these black dudes and black people that they bring on, they only get paid to come on and talk about black people. And they're people that are disconnected. The one that I had, I guess, a little more respect for was Brandon Tatum, because he was actually a police officer. You know what I'm saying? But even his takes, I really didn't care for too much because of the way that he spoke about black people. You know what I'm saying? So that's what turned me off from them altogether.
So right? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I'm a Section 8 guy. I grew up in Dallas, Texas. Funny enough, Tatum's from that area. He claims it. I think Fort Worth. I grew up Section 8. I grew up in multicultural environments. I went to middle schools and high schools where 5 white people. So I grew up saying all the slang that we grew up on the Little John and the East Side Boys. I'm just saying that's how it was.
Right. No, that's all good. I grew up.
I'm just saying, like, when you talk about racism, though, and the way they were talking about it, do you think they were more so trying to provoke people to be better Because there are, you know,
No,
is socioeconomic,
not at
what is
all.
it? Is socioeconomic like a thing?
Yes, 100%. It is a thing. See, that's what I do. I got a whole foundation. I got a 501c3 geared towards keeping kids away from gangs, away from drugs, and out the streets, right? That's what I do. But what they do is they talk down and belittle without giving any hope or saying, hey, you can be better. You know, you can change. That's what they weren't doing. Maybe Brandon does it a little bit more now compared to before, but no, they just came out and they would talk crap about black folks. Literally, Brandon Tatum was known for saying black people were so stupid, black people were so dumb. He was known for saying that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue that I have with him. But moving forward with Candace now, it's the same thing. It's like she can't get paid off for talking crap about the black community no more, or pointing out the problems while being disrespectful, right? So she turns on talking about Jewish people, talking about Israel, and making it about that. It's another talking point for her, where she gets to spew hate and division amongst people and splintering the movement, really, of people that are America first.
Well, but
That's
don't
how
you
I feel
think there
about it.
is an actual? We covered all that. I also went into the negatives. You know, they were saying that she was anti-Semitic. We went down the comments that she made. She questioned some things that, I mean, really in a World War II era, she made some quotes where she was talking about, well, there's quotes from Nazi scientists doing these, you know, crazy, you know, dissecting humans, sewing them together again style deals, and she thought
Yeah.
maybe that was propaganda. Like, I didn't really know how mainstream media took that criticism of maybe they were, you know, propagandizing the world to go to war against people by saying that their science, not only were they doing the fucked up things to Jewish people, but he was more so criticizing like they're exaggerating to the point that they're like doing science experiments where they're cutting people open, sewing them together, and all that. I didn't really get the jump how mainstream media took that comment and aimed it as anti-Semitic in a way. I mean, there are some fucked up things that Israel is technically doing. I mean, if you look into it with an
100%.
open mind, it's pretty fucked up that AIPAC owns 90% of the politicians in our current political system. And I
Bro,
think,
and I'm not against that one bit, right? I'm not against speaking about any of that one bit. What I'm saying is that she goes overboard and pushes things that are her speculation. She's just speculating. There's no facts. She never gives any reliable sources. She might read a post or read something that she found in a book, but then she'll come back and say, well, I've got these sources that tell me this, without citing any of them, and then people eat it up and run with it. And it's always pushing towards a narrative beyond it just being Jewish. She's talking about all of Israel, right? Now, I got a problem with Israel's government just like
well, I think
everybody
that
else. It
that's
got
what most
eyes,
people are,
right?
but don't you think that's what most people are critical of in today's society when they criticize Israel? They're not necessarily talking about Israelites or anything of the sorts, or Jew people. They're talking about Israel rule.
No, brother. She flat out talked about Jews as a whole, just like Kanye did. Kanye came out and said as a whole. He was going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews, is what he said, as a whole. And she makes statements as a whole. I just did a whole video the other day about it, pulling up all her statements and her out of her own mouth of what she said. But people, I guess, I don't know if people watch her show. I watch her show. So I'm able to see it. You know what I'm saying? And point it all out. And I'm not a fan of her, so it's easy for me to hear what she's saying and see what she's doing. But it's like there's this wave right now. You got the Nicholas Fuentes, you got the Stu Peters, you got the Alex Jones, you got the Candace Owens. There's a whole bunch of people that are on this train of trying to say hate Jewish people. You know,
Well,
at the end of the
I
day,
don't know if you
and
could
then
put
they
Alex. First of all, out of all the names you just said, Alex Jones is probably the most consistent out of all of them. I'm just saying, as far as being
100%.
nutty on that, but you know, this situation with the Charlie Kirk incident. Obviously, you know, you said you had some you know, differing views from what these people who seemingly over the last 6, 7, what is it, almost 8 years now, were supportive of Donald Trump. So how did that go from you personally being a supporter of Donald Trump? I'm curious on this aspect because these people are all, you know, right in the political. I think right and wing is all, you know, bullshit. It's all a game. It's theatrics. It's
I
separation
agree.
ideologies. So how
Yeah.
did you end up being a guy who's against these people who publicly in this social domain, I call it, leaning that direction. How did you go from being that guy that dislikes these people who are speaking for the Trump side in the social domain to being a Trump supporter, and then to the point you'll go to prison over January 6th? So how did that transition happen for you? I'm curious.
Well, my support started back in before January 6th for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Because it started when BLM was hitting the streets where I live at and rallying people together from my community, and the people that was rallying them together weren't from my community, and had them going against police officers that we know in our community that are good police officers. And I'm for somebody that tries to have good relations between police and civilians. And they came in and caused, like, they regressed us big time when they came out. So I made a video about it, and it was Black Lives Matter, but when the Black Lives gonna matter to us. And it was me talking to the community saying, hey, y'all getting all riled up about all of this stuff that's going on with the news, but we out here doing it to each other every day, and nobody's saying nothing. Where are y'all at when it's happening in our own community? You know what I'm saying? And that's what sparked it. And then I started watching, like, people started asking me questions. They're like, hey, are you a Trump supporter? I'm like, nah, I ain't a Trump supporter. And they were like, well, why? And I'm like, well, in the news it says he's racist. And they're like, well, have you watched any of his rallies? I said, I've seen the clips. They said, just go watch the videos in their entirety. So I did. And when I watched the videos in their entirety, I'm like, yo, these people straight lied on dude. You know, they're lying on him. So it opened my eyes to the media deception that gets played on us. So I don't trust
Right,
media.
the game,
you know?
the game.
Exactly, the game. So it turned me on to seeing what Trump was trying to do with America, how he was trying to implement the Platinum Plan to help black people start up businesses, create 3 million new black jobs for people that felt that they were underserved. He did the Opportunity Zones. He did the First Step Act, which directly affected me, which is how I got out of prison in 36 months instead of 51. There was a lot of things that I'm like, okay, even if you disagree with
So
some
you
of the
were,
stuff
hold on. You were already in prison at this time period, or how was that
No, I went to prison. I had a case. I was on pretrial release for a conspiracy. As I told you, I had a past, I used to be a gangbanger. So, I had a whole case before January 6th. And January 6th just got added on to what I already was facing.
Right, but so all this time period that you're supporting Trump and all this stuff prior to January 6th, you were already in confined space.
No, I was free. I was in the world, bro.
Okay,
I
but
became
you got out due to the stuff that Trump that implemented, is what you're saying.
Yeah, due to the First Step Act. I got out last year, February 2024. I went in January 2021.
Okay, so prior to 2021, though, this is when you were talking or seeing these things. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying. I'm trying
this is
to
when I
build
was
a timeline.
all over. Yeah. In 2020, they had me flying all over the country, bro. I was speaking on stages. I was on radio shows. I was doing podcasts. I had viral videos all over.
So
the
when you're
internet.
talking about speaking up to people, when you were talking about, empowering the community, seeing the right things, that was prior to your incarceration, 2021. Trump came in, obviously.
Yeah.
2016 was a big debate year when he was going after Hillary. 2017, he didn't take power. You were speaking for Trump from 2017 until 2021, is what you're saying. The January 6th.
I got into following Trump in 2020. I wasn't into politics at all. I would say 2019, the late 2019 into 2020 is when I started following Trump. Paying attention to Trump, not following Trump, paying attention to Trump's message. Prior to that, I didn't care about anything. I was worried about my community. I was worried about trying to make things better in my community. It wasn't about politics at all for me. It wasn't until the riots kicked off from the George Floyd thing that I started looking into politics and paying attention to what was going on.
And that was during COVID 2020, because I was involved in some interesting things as well. Like I said, when they did the Seattle deal, for instance. And it's funny you mentioned that, how people came in and were doing things under banners that didn't have anything to do with the actual surrounding community. Because when I was in Northern California, I was trying to race, and COVID came out. And when COVID came out, it shut down everything we know of. I still think COVID is the biggest scam we've ever seen. But
I agree.
At the end of the day, Black Lives Matter took over Seattle, and they called it the Chaz. So I had already been doing this Chaz thing for 3 years at that point. I was like, you ain't going to fucking say that. I'm going to go up in there and see what y'all are doing. Although I have some respect for anyone exercising their right to protest, obviously. And anyone exercising their
Yeah, but
right
they
to
murdered that. They murdered that little 17-year-old boy, you know, and he was out there in favor of them. I covered that. That's one of the time when I was really active on pointing out all of this stuff. And that kid, he was 17 years old, lost his life at the hands of them, like their own people. 17-year-old kid shot in the chest. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of it contributed to me taking a more of a, I guess, like an American first stance. You know what I'm saying? A MAGA stance, if you will.
Well, and I thought it was curious. Your point I was more so making there was when I went to the Chaz. I knew some people from Seattle. They were fans of my shows at the time, and unfortunately, the guy who was a fan of the show at the time that lived in Seattle, he's killed now because Seattle went to extreme left politics where you can rob people's cars and nobody cares. And he actually got shot by somebody who was attempting to steal his car. Since then, it didn't happen then, but yeah, that is very sad. Virgil Ray is his name. He was a musician, but he actually took me down there. And when I got to the Chaz, it was very weird. This is what I would call this experience of the Chaz in Seattle. I walked in, I wore a cowboy hat, my shirt with my logos on it. I had my stickers. And I ended up talking to the Raz, which was the guy who actually started the whole fucking thing. I was the first guy. He saw my cowboy hat, thought it was cool. And I told him who I was. CNN, I guess, took a picture and posted it. Hey, there's peace over here, love in Seattle. But when I got in there, it was very organized. It was like I walked into a state fair in some way. They had vendors. They had concert setups. And they also had
almost like some big money was behind it, right?
Exactly. And I also witnessed some Russian people that were there, like doing some weird shit with their wrists, like talking to people. I'm in very observational mode when I'm in this scenario personally. I also witnessed a guy who walked up in there and pulled up like a 30-foot United States flag. And I'm like, the only way or reason that you would come up into this deal and pull that flag up is to antagonize. Exactly. And it seemed very intentional. And when I started visualizing all this, I'm like, hold on. This is plotted. This is like...
Yeah, all of it was, bro. Everything up. I'm telling you, brother, I feel like looking back, hindsight is 2020, right? But when I look back like January 6th, that whole thing, being there and experiencing that and seeing everything the way it went down and looking at it now, I'm like, bro, this is all fishy. I feel like it was just a big old massive psyop.
Divide people. It very much is. I believe that. Talk about that January 6th experience. What did you have? You actually got into charges for that, apparently, correct?
Yeah.
What did you experience? What happened? What did you experience? What happened? I'm curious.
All right, so when I went there, it was just a bunch of, by the time we made it down there, I left before Trump ever, said anything about going down there and make your voices heard and peacefully protest. I was already there, right? And when I was there was no barricades up. Like, I guess people had already took them down. Looking at it now, I could see, there were barricades and people took them down before I had gotten there. So it was way before people got there that they took these barricades down and rushed them or whatever they did. So I'm by Alex Jones' stage because at this time I'm a fan of Alex Jones, and I'm by his stage and I'm doing interviews with people.
You should still be a fan of Alex. Alex is at least consistent, but continue.
I'm not a fan anymore. I just don't like the way everything is turning, bro. I just don't like
I understand, but continue the story. I don't want to ruin the story because I'm curious of how this went. You went to the Alex Jones stage. This is before Trump got there.
Yeah, no, it was before Trump got there. So anyway, we're standing there on the front lawn by Alex Jones's. He had a permit to be where he was. So we standing there and everybody's singing "God Bless America" and all this, right? So I look up at the balcony of the West Terrace, and these police come out, and they got riot shields, and they got their cannons. I'm just gonna call it cannons for YouTube's sake. They got the cannons out there, and they start busting into the crowd, bro. They start like lighting people up. And I'm screaming at them. My video is the one that they put on Real America's Voice or American Greatness. They put my video out, and they said, when I'm yelling at the police, I said, "What are y'all doing?" I say, "We stood for y'all in 2020, man, when they were talking about defunding y'all, and we're just singing God Bless America, and y'all spraying at children and women and old people in the crowd, bro." One guy, I was standing by one guy, he got popped right through the mouth, bro. It was crazy. And They didn't care. They just kept going. One guy dropped of a heart attack. I ran up to the police officer and I'm like, hey, there's a dude over here having a heart attack. They didn't move. They said, oh well, and just stood there. So now people were getting agitated. They're spraying mace and bear spray into the crowd and all kinds of stuff. So people got agitated. They hit one woman with a shield, an old lady, hit this lady with a shield, and that's when it went off. It went crazy, bro. People started going at it with the police because, you know, we're watching people get assaulted by police. Now, in my mind, we have the right to be there because we're standing on the lawn. There was already a bunch of people there when we showed up, and everything was all right. Well,
peaceful
after everything
protest, you have
kicked
a
off,
right to stand your ground, show your displeasure with what's happening.
right. So by the time it's all said and done, the police back off. They back off and move out of the way, and people start walking up to go into the Capitol. So I climb up the scaffolding so I could cut the line or whatever and walk up the railing right there. And I look over at the police. I say, I'm good. I put a thumbs up. I said, I'm good. And they said, don't steal nothing. Don't break nothing. I said, cool. And I walked in. So when I walk in, I go into the Capitol.
Wait.
I get
so this is the big discrepancy here. You were basically not ushered, not invited, but you were cleared to go in.
Yes. Yes. So as I walk in, it's a group of us. There's a whole bunch of people walking in. And when I get in there, there's like this little statutory hall with a bunch of like statues. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I had a moment. I stood on the statue up like on the little pedestal. It's like 3 feet off the ground. And I stood on to take a picture next to the statue with my thumb up.
You took a fucking selfie.
I took a selfie.
Just fucking
I
say
took a
it.
selfie. Right.
You had your moment in
I had
victory
a moment.
lane. You were in victory fucking lane. I got it. There you go.
So yeah, man. So I look over and I see these people about to fight with the police inside of there, and this is like a woman and two guys as police officers, and these people are running up on them, and they trying to go down this hallway, and the police is like, you can't go this way, you could go that way. They cussing at them. I get down, I go up to them, I say, hey, bro, I say, these police officers wasn't out there doing what was just happening to us, bro. They're just in here trying to do their job. Let them be. And they looked at me, and they was like, holy crap, but not, they use more colorful language. They're like, you're Cash Kelly. I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? They're like, can we get a picture? I'm like, yeah. I take a picture with them. And they were like, all right, bro, I appreciate the picture. I said, look, but leave these police officers alone, bro. Let them be. They said, all right. So they go the other way. The police officers tell me, thank you. I look over. I see a dude trying to hit the chandelier. Then I see another dude trying to take a picture off the wall. I start screaming at him. I'm like, yo, we don't disrespect our own house. What are y'all doing? You're breaking, you're doing what we say Uncle Tifa does. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, whatever. They just kept doing what they did. I left. At that point, I'm like, okay, now I can't be in here. Now,
are you thinking at that point they're attempting to sabotage what you're doing?
Bro, in my mind, the only thing that crossed my mind was, bro, you are on federal probation right now. You are committing a crime. You are going to prison. That's what I thought in my head. So I turned around. I'm like, okay, time for me to get up out of here. So I turned around to go and leave. The police blocked off the door where I had came in. The window was broke right there where you see that one window that got broken. The window was broke. I told the police, I said, hey, man, I just want to leave, bro. I didn't know all of this was going to be happening. I just want to leave. They said, you could leave, but you got to go through the window. At that same time, SWAT's running in. And I'm like, oh, hell. So now I'm like, okay, I need to get up out of here. So I climb up through the window, and I tell the people outside the door that are beating on the door trying to get in, I say, hey, man, y'all don't want to go in there. SWAT's in there. They ready for war, bro. This ain't the move. It's people trying to break things inside of there. This is not what we're here for. And some of the people were like, no, screw that, we're going in. And the other people were like, oh, I'm going home. And some of them turned around and left. And that was it. I made my way down, bro, and they issued a curfew. And then next thing I know, I get back to my hotel, 30 minutes later, I look on the news, and I seen that it was way worse than what I seen visually with my eyes. I'm watching in real time on the news, chaos, and I'm seeing like a all-out battle happening on the West Terrace where that door was blocked that I went through. And I'm like, yo, I was just glad to be gone.
So you're saying
and
that all happened
time,
that
like,
we saw visually on our screens. All that happened post as you were cleared to come in, take a picture of Victory Lane. You saw shit going down, backed out. But then you're saying like everything, all that you experienced then became exaggerated fairy tale. Or was it fairy tale? It sounded like when the cops telling you to go through the window, that's a setup in my mind. They want that image.
It could
you know
be,
what
but
I'm
then
saying by
looking
that? They
back
want
at
that
it now,
image. They want the image of a guy You know,
Yes
as
and
SWAT's
no. Yes
coming
and
in, they
no.
want that image, you know, because that's all it's about is an
True.
image.
I would say yes and no though, bro, because you think about it, right? Remember, before I walked in there, it was just all out chaos. Like people started fighting with the police officers. So is it that they wanted us to go in and they wanted to get the optics, or was it this is too much for me to handle because there's way more of them than there is of us? We got to back up before we get hurt because they was
But
getting
SWAT
dogged.
has a
Some of the
plan.
police was getting.
You know how the game works, right?
No, I'm not talking about SWAT. I'm talking about the regular little police officers that were out there.
Okay. But
The
when
SWAT
that,
came in behind. They were in the
right, but
building. SWAT
well,
came in through the.
I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm sorry, did we disconnect?
Yes. No. We're here. But no, I don't know. I mean, again, I feel like there's more things than we know that was at play that day for sure. But I being locked up with a lot of the people that I was locked up with, I can also say that
How did you get
you
to
know
the
how
locked up
they try to.
part? Hold on. How'd you get to the locked up part? Because you said you went to your hotel, turn your TV on, you see, oh shit, everything's going down. How did it go from you seeing everything go down to charges and going to prison?
Because they put me on a watch list or a wanted list, and then I got called and said that I needed to turn myself in, and so I turned myself in
For what though?
January
What
11th, I
charges? What
believe
do you
it
mean?
was.
For them to say
I was on federal probation, so I had to turn myself in for that, and I had to turn myself in for a criminal. What sparked my revoking my bond was a criminal complaint from D.C. saying that I violated or that I violently entered the Capitol and that I disturbed Congress while in session.
and I guess you pleaded?
Eventually, after like 2 years of sitting inside of DC DOC.
So is that the game? Just lock up a bunch of no offense, nobodies, add up the numbers, and then like here's our numbers in a way.
Yeah, 100%. They had bro, Timothy Hale they locked up, and they had to when they got rid of the obstruction, the only thing he was charged with was obstruction. And he did his time, he went to prison, everything, bro. We sat in DC DOC for about a year and some months together before they shipped him out to federal prison. And then when he got to federal prison, he finished his bid inside of prison and then came home, and then they dismissed or they threw out the 2012, which is obstruction. So he got time literally for no reason. He did time for a charge that they ended up throwing out. So that was not just his case. That was a bunch of people's cases, bro. They were handing out time like it was Skittles, bro. It was crazy.
So then, obviously, you know how they play the game. But why do you think they handed out? Why do you think they were doing that?
They wanted, in my opinion, they wanted to make the American people scared to ever try to stand up to their government ever again.
What's the long game on that? You know what I mean by that? Now, what I mean by that, here's the deal. There's no offense. There is only, and this has been my scheme. I wouldn't even say it. I wouldn't even call it a scheme. I would say this is me visualizing the scheme. There's only one, and I hate to use the Nazi reference here, but since we're on a call and I don't really give a fuck if I get shut down, there's only one race that when you back them up against the wall, they turn into Nazis. When you tell the white guy, and I deal with them all the time. When you tell if you can push that fucking Timothy McVeigh or any of these Nazis or any of these people, if you can push the white man into a corner enough, eventually that motherfucker's gonna snap and do some crazy fucking shit. This is what I mean by long game. In the moment, like you're saying, don't ever do it again. You should never do this. Use these public displayments of ill righteous treatment. You're bad. You're this. You're that. Try to stand up for yourself. January 6th, we're gonna push you back. We're gonna keep on pushing. We're gonna shoot Charlie Kirk for having innocent guy trying to just have a debate. This is my overall fear in this. is that they are going to push a large majority of right-wing white Americans, to be honest, into a corner where you're going to have a fucking small group get so mad that they're willing to die and fight as well for their side. So,
Yeah, but you know, bro,
it's a
here's
very
the thing.
scary thing if you think about it. Like, I'm not saying that the back to social economic displacement. Do you know what happened back in the day? And I'm not trying to disengage your mental capacity.
No,
or
brother,
understand.
you go ahead.
I'm
You do your
simply
thing,
saying,
man.
do you know what
This
happened
is
in the
good.
day, back in the day, when the cops are coming after prisoners that were all ages, all everything? If you the only way you entrapped the prisoner is when you surrounded them. You surrounded the building. Cool Hand Luke, great example. He ran from the cops or whatever. He went to a building. He only lost when they
Love that
all
movie.
surrounded the building. There was nowhere to go. Back to socioeconomic
Yeah.
complex. I think there is a reason, a very smart, intricate plan that you have civil areas in inner cities, like Chicago's, like Dallas, like Des Moines, like all the major cities. Because you know what is surrounding all these major cities? Country areas full of these people. They're surrounded. Period.
Yeah, but I think, well, see,
They don't
here's
want
the
to
thing,
push.
right?
I'm
Like,
just saying, if they push that fucking economic person, the white guy, into a corner and keep pushing, and they can get a big enough group to be mad about it, you can cause a very big problem.
but I feel like that's the game plan, but it's not just with the white guy. They've been doing it with the black guy. They've been doing it with the liberal white guy. They've been doing it with everybody who will feed into the anger, to feed into the trap.
I agree.
They did it when they took out Martin Luther King.
Right.
They took out Malcolm X. What happened? The rise of the Black Panthers. Then they
Right.
took that guy out because they wanted more anger. And now you see what came of that. Now you have people that just don't care. This young generation, they do not care. I'm out here in the Chicagoland area. They don't care, bro. They will shoot you over anything.
Right. Right.
And then
right.
now you see the right wing, what you would call the right wing extremists, is who I think you're
I'm not
talking
even
about.
calling
and they're like,
extremist.
look,
No, see, that's the problem.
no.
There's
I'm
no
using the label,
extremist.
right?
That's the job of
Right,
media.
I
No,
feel
that's
you.
the job of media, is to eliminate extremists and to literally draw a line, I think.
Right,
personally.
but here's the thing, though, bro. They got these people like the kid, like Tyler, like that 20-year-old kid who now feels, in his mind, he thinks he's doing right because he's bought into this radical leftist ideology that tells him that your democracy is under attack, and all these people that follow Trump are these Nazis. They are these people that want to put you in a concentration camp, and we got to be extreme back. And now when you look at it, bro, these are the same people. They don't go into urban
But
schools
see,
and
that's
shoot
where we
schools up.
just
They're going into
hold on with this Candace deal. That's where I disagree, because I think that what we're talking about is very similar, and you're in agreement. Technically, I think you are in agreement, and the reason I think you're in agreement is that you're seeing the separation. You're seeing how this guy could be pushed that much. All I'm saying though is I think that there is entities that know they're pushing. And I also
I do
think that
too.
there are entities that, even though that push is there subconsciously, they need the conscious to be engaged. And whether that scenario of that guy going to that degree is true or not, the system wants you to consciously believe that it's true to make you
100%,
enact
bro. I
on the
agree.
action. So what I'm saying is, like, even though Candace Owens is going crazy on this, like you're saying, I still don't know how you're buying into the possibility, at least. And when he was playing this, I was like, yeah, he's making statements that are true. We did document Candace Owens' viewing over the years, or actually we did it over the entire YouTube channel existence. she's had a pretty consistent 50 million viewer range. She didn't have to go this route to get views. She has views.
100%.
So all I'm saying is, like, she didn't really need this to happen to make money or get views, but they might have needed it. They might have needed separation. Why did they need that separation? Why do they need that disagreement? And then here's the other angle. This is my scary element that I think personally, we can get past Candace or anything that she's saying. I think there's some creepy elements. I don't necessarily believe everything that we're being told, technically, is what I'm saying, by the controlled media. Here's my element to this, is I've been talking about BRICS for fucking 6 fucking years. I don't know if you know what BRICS is. You should.
100%.
Brazil, Russia, India, China, South America.
Yeah, their own currency.
They're trying to separate from the superpower that's been instilled since World War II. So
yes,
if you've noticed our media, the left wing has been wanting to blame Russia. The right wing has been wanting to blame China, which is the big players in that BRICS. And then you also have this situation where they've split us as Americans, societies.
Yeah.
You have this Charlie Kirk thing fucking happen. And it was kind of one of the first times that you saw extreme left representatives, I'll call them. I was trying to think of the best word. Representatives and extreme right representatives kind of align, say this is wrong. And then you had the Jimmy Kimmel deal, which they pushed. Then you also had the extreme right stand up for the extreme left. So you had 2 representatives. I'm worried. This is my ultimate worry, honestly, out of all this, that they are trying to build this anger as they have over the last, since Trump era, years. They've probably been doing it for way longer. And then take that anger, mold it together with the things we've had happen to go after BRICS, to have a new war that everyone will commonly agree on as an enemy to face, if that makes sense. Because they can't have us
100%.
separated. They can't have us separated and attack. Because who the fuck is going to sign up for or allow the draft to happen if we're separated? They need us to have a common enemy. And BRICS, when you look at the media psyop over the last 10 years, it's kind of leaning that way, and it's kind of scaring me that they're all of a sudden, let's all get along. All of a sudden, mourn. All of a sudden, Jesus, Christianity, religion. They're going to probably spin off on Israel and Muslims and all this other stuff. I'm just saying that's the angle that I'm worried about, is I think they're trying to, and maybe Israel's behind it. AIPAC's pretty fucked up. I'm just saying it seems like they're trying to get us all to come together on the backside of this. And I'm like, if that is the play that the Babylonian Empire, if that makes any sense, is trying to get us.
I know exactly what you mean.
If the Babylonian Empire is trying to get us all to feel and think and operate a certain way,
so
why do they want us to operate or think or feel that certain way? There has to be a battle coming. That's what I'm worried
about. So check it
out,
right? I hear you. And here's my thing. Out of everything you just said, bro, I agree with you 100%, and I have that same worry, right? Maybe for a slightly different reason. Now, I'm a believer, right? I read my Bible heavy. I'm in my word, right?
Then you have to study the enemy as well.
You say what?
I say you have to study the enemy as well. If you read the Bible, then you know the scriptures of the enemy as well, like the Talmud and
100%
other things.
So check this out, right?
Paganism,
so this is the only discrepancy that I have.
I say paganism all the time. You have to be professed in paganism to really understand where we're coming from. When I say Babylonian, that was paganism, ritual, and worship. But anyway, continue.
Well, today it will be considered Talmudist, is what I will call them, Talmudist. And that's where I think me and Candace Owens have a disconnect, and me and Kanye have a disconnect, and me and all these other people who just talk specifically about the Jews, right? Because if you want to be technical, you want to be real, right?
It's a split within their own society. A split within the own society.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a fraction, just like how they try to push that all black folks, because of the 2% that commit all these crimes that make up the 50% of the murder rate, right? And that accounts for the whole 14%. No, this is just the 2% that happen to be out there in the field like that. In the same way where they try to say all white guys are racist, because the little small minority that happen to be racist, they don't account for the whole of white people.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So me, this is where I make the distinction. I say, look, I'm black. I'm not a gangbanger. I'm not a criminal. You're white. You're not a racist. You're not a bigot. You're Jewish, but you're not a Talmudist. You don't believe in the things that these people believe in. And that's how I separate. So that way it puts it more good actions versus bad actions. You're a person who was ideology and you believe these things. Well, guess what? You're believing in something that I would consider evil, because the actions are evil and they don't care about nobody except for the gain of
there's a lot
that
of
fraction of
ignorance.
people.
But there's a lot of ignorance into what you're even describing, and that's also a problem. So why is there so much ignorance with Talmudists? Why is there so much ignorance? Why is that so shaded? You know, and that's where, and this is
I've read it.
This is a very
Personally, not all of it. I've read a lot of it.
I'm just saying that's a very possibility. That's a very good possibility as to why you could call, and I could possibly agree, that Candace Owens or Kanye West or Alex Jones are gatekeepers in themselves. Gatekeepers are basically people who own the keys to the gate, but they tell you what's behind the gate instead of you learning it yourself, what's happening behind the scenes.
Exactly. And that's
but
on
why
purpose.
is that so?
To me, that
why
is
is
on
what
purpose.
that's my point. Is why is what you're so saying, or what you're saying, is so shaded and so hidden? And the majority around us, I think you could agree, the majority of people around us have no idea what we're even talking about right now. That means, but that also indicates that there is a very strong power in our society that is controlling what people think and what people know. So that is
But
in
that's why I
itself
feel
an
like our
indicator.
job is so important.
But that is also an indicator that, yeah, maybe we can't believe Candace. Yeah, maybe we can't believe this or that, but we really can't believe what they're telling. We can't believe that this guy did all this on his own. We can't believe that either, can we? That's when he was showing me your video, is what I was very scared of, is it's like, wow, this guy's buying in to what they're telling
No,
him.
not at all. Like I said in the video, there could be other things at play, right? There could be. But what I'm not going to do
Here's what
is
I'm
just
saying.
say,
No. There is no such thing as could. That's what I'm saying. There's no such thing as could be. There is. There is. Right? I mean, our evidence
there
says
could be.
it, right?
I can't say that there is, because
majority
I don't
evidence
know.
says that there is, correct? Because the
Right.
is
But
that
here's
we're
my
ignorant.
thing, brother. Look, if you watch my channel, you'll notice about me, right? I don't like to say things that I don't know. I can tell you what I think, but I can't tell you that I know, because I don't. If I told you that I know, then I'd be a liar. I can tell you what I feel and what I believe within myself, but I can't prove it, so therefore I don't know. I don't know.
Well, here's what
Does it look like there had to be somebody more? 100%. It looks like there's some more things at play here.
Here's what I do know. I want to continue this. I do. I have to use the restroom. Here's what I know. I'm just saying. I gotta go to the restroom real quick. We're live. Obviously, this is how it works. We drink a little bit. We talk a little bit. But
do you think?
I have to use the restroom. But I want to know more about this. John, this is the mic that's on. Do you want to come over? John introduced me to you. He is the guy. He is the gatekeeper of this conversation. He has the skeleton key, or the Ark, as we should know it, which I do believe is located in San Francisco. This is Sean. He introduced me to you. Talk to Kash Kelly. He's over here smiling. I'll be right back as soon as I can.
All right, brother.
What's up, Kash?
What's going on, Sean? How you doing, man?
Good. Yeah, like I said, I've been following you since the January 6th thing, and maybe even before that, but it hadn't been too much before that. But yeah, I'm totally engrossed, I guess. I don't know, into the politics now, and what's going on, because I mean, the shit's going on. It's just, to me, it's not right.
Me neither.
Before all that, I didn't really get, and life went on, but now it seems to be more. I don't know. It's just more in our face, I think.
Yeah, bro, I feel you. It is, man. It's just for me, right? Like I really, I feel like I'm somebody that tries my best, right, to just stand on what's right, to stand on what's good. And I make mistakes. I slip up, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I'm not always right on everything. But the difference is for me and like a Candace, why I'm so vicious on Candace, right, is that I'll admit when I'm wrong or if I don't know something. And it's like a lot of these social media influencers today won't do that. They won't come back and say, you know what, I had a bad take. I misinformed you on this. My bad. Or, hey, guys, I don't know.
Right.
It's simple to say you don't know something. You don't got to pretend to know everything all the time. And that's what these people do. And it drives me crazy. It's like when I went to prison, you know, I was this viral social media guy, had millions of followers, millions of views, and then they
Yep.
deplatformed me and took everything. I go away and sit in like a living coffin, you know, for 3 years, and I
Right.
come back and the world is completely upside down and everything is different, and people, it's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy. So now as I get back into it and try to, you know, bring people together is my ultimate goal, is to bring people together, to have common sense and direct their anger towards the right place.
Right.
Right. And ultimately for me, that is anybody that ain't spreading what needs to be spread according to God within the Bible.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Oh yeah, totally get it. Yeah, just I don't know. It's interesting, your views and stuff way back when, and when I started following you, and up until now, it's like I've been following you, since you've been out, and
I really appreciate you, brother.
yeah, it's just, I mean, I would have never thought we'd get you on the show, but here we are.
Oh man, you know, I'm available, bro. I got you.
Well, I just like to hear, all sides, and see what what other people think and all that.
Right way. Hey, tell them the right way of doing it. That's the right way of doing it. That's why I was a fan of Charlie Kirk, even though he did have his extreme viewpoints, he did have his elements of wanting to prove his point. He still also gave a platform to the most idiotic or intelligent people who disagreed. That was the great thing
All
about
day.
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I agree.
Whether that's
I agree. I didn't agree with the way he said things all the time, and I
Right.
said that openly to people, right? But I love the fact that he wasn't scared to talk about it. Like, he would talk about it, give his point, and let that be that. And at the end of the day, still, God bless you, bro. I hope you have a good day. All of that. Like, the dude it was great. That's how it should be in America.
That's
We
how it
be able
should
to
be.
have a conversation, disagree on things, and shake
100%.
hands afterward.
100%. Well, and that's why I kind of think I honestly, I mean, I would love to educate my chat that, and obviously it's a little low right now.
You'll
We're
get
used to-
banned, bro.
we're
You'll
used-
get
we're used-
banned,
we're-
brother.
we're-
Don't
no,
even do
no,
it.
no. I don't get banned. I don't get banned. They already tried that. It don't work. I rebuked them. They can't. No. Maybe they can. You're at 57,000 subscribers. I'm in this little dirt track world, causing ruckus. So it's a little different.
Hey
But
man, well, I'm gonna put your page. I'm gonna put your channel up on my YouTube, bro. Send people over to you, because this is really, I enjoyed this. This is good.
well, no, I don't want it to end here. But here's what I do want to educate people. So back to Talmudist, right? Okay, so I think that's a very thing. Once again, the society around us. When we say, Sean, have you ever heard of Talmudists in your life? Never heard it in their life. Like, we are an uncontrollable nonsense in America. Technically, I think most America, well, in my opinion, when you work in a tax system, you're basically an endured slave. Technically, the dollar becomes the new whip. And you wake up every day and do something you may or may not want to do, simply based on survival, which is, in
Yep.
my opinion, that's what slavery was. You woke up and you had to go do whatever you had to do, because if you didn't, you died. So in our mental capacity in America currently, that is the monetary system of how we operate. Especially in the last, I would say, 40 years. There may have been a little sliver of opportunity from World War II to maybe 1992, maybe, where you could go out there and just work and become something. But in today's world, that's just not really the case. Even though Facebook tries to push all these entities in front of you as success, this is just more so like, for instance, women with perfect bodies. You know, they need to mod themselves and do their hair and get the lip injections. They're just showing us what we should become. It's the same thing. The women with the women with the lips and the hair and all these things in the body is the same thing for us as men when it comes to houses and cars and acquisitions and controlling some form of superiority in a little box of a complex, which is why socioeconomic is very interesting. But Talmud's very interesting. This is my proposal to you, Cash Kelly. If you have to go to sleep, I'm not sure if this is your bedtime or whatever.
Nah, man, I'm chilling with you, brother. I'm enjoying this, man. You just got yourself a new brother, bro.
I am planning to relocate tomorrow to a place called close to Chicago. It's not there, but it's close, about an hour out. This is funny enough that we actually did make that post, and you are from that area. That we're going to be that was one of the titles of the show. We're relocating to Chicago. But
oh man, we're gonna kick it.
Oh, shut the hell up! Hey, you better have the big. You better have my own personal Beyonce when I get there. But what I'm saying, hey, listen, I know what a yellow bone is. Trust me, I've been knowing them for 35 years.
Hey man, look,
Hey.
I can't help you in that territory. I'm a married man,
and
my wife is a yellow bone with a red hot temper.
Whatever, Ashley Watts, or what's her name? I don't even know. Kelly Watts. No. But here's my scary. When we talk about Talmud, here's the deal. Here's what I want to know your opinion on, because this is something. When I analyze it all and I look at everything that's happening, sit there and I'm like, they're actually fucking doing this. Whoever they are.
They are, right.
Yeah, exactly. That's the question. Who are they? Sometimes I think the they is us because we actually do hold the power. The people, the sheep, the herd. But this is my analytical perspective of this when I've studied history and I look at it and see how they're moving. Like the Aztec gods did, who sacrificed 20,000 people for a blood god, even though they knew it was astrology and just a fucking eclipse. They did it for fun. You know, these people did that. They killed those people. Don't understand. This is how ruling classes work. They will slit 20,000 people's fucking throat for fucking fun. They've done this. This is true. The Egyptian gods did the same, or their little gods. Cleopatra, the inventor of love and cosmetology, technically. They did the most visceral things, people, just because they had accomplished so much that this was the only way they could feel the dopamine hit. This is the way they felt cool. So when I see this situation play out, this is honestly, and I know I've been rambling. I'm just trying to lay some foundation because I haven't talked to you before, and you don't. My viewers are like, "Yeah, Chaz, we've heard you say this before," but this is my foundation to this. This is what I worry about. Are these fucking Talmudists doing what they always have done? They're fucking rituals. Because look, we're almost. I don't know if you know this, Cash Kelly. What's your actual? Is it Kelly? Is it Kelly? The record.
Yeah.
We are almost 2,000 years to the date from when they executed Jesus, which is, in my opinion, a religious fact, a historical fact. We're only, what, 6-7 years out? Well, he lived to be 33? When was he? I think it was 2032 when he actually got crucified. We're like 6-7 years from that. It's 25. And in these spiritual rituals that they pull off, there's a order to them. That's how they deal with themselves. This is how it's always been. This is the covenant, technically. Technically, how we would describe it in our movieist terms, it's a covenant. The covenant is you have to sacrifice a young woman of beauty. You have to sacrifice a woman of war. And then you have to sacrifice innocent blood. So what has happened, Kash, in the last couple of weeks? Had the woman on the train. Was it a train that she got stabbed on? I keep saying train. I believe it was.
I think it was a bus.
Well, I keep saying I think it's a bus. We publicly, they pushed it, right? They, who control what we see, pushed the image of a young, innocent, attractive, beautiful woman being sacrificed, technically. That's what that was. I mean, or murdered, however you want to call it. And then, what was it, like 6 days later? I would like to actually study the time periods and the actual minute from when that hit our airways for our mind to absorb.
Right.
From that point, they then made sure that we all saw, in my opinion, a warrior of our social domain, minds of our lives, Charlie Kirk, get killed. So you have the 2 steps already. It's always 3 steps in a reward, which I don't even know. I don't want to know what the reward is. So you have 2 of the first steps in the Talmudist, paganistic worship, ideology, ritual, syndication. You had the innocent woman. You then had the warrior. And now the 3rd step is innocent blood. This is why I'm worried, Kash. I know you're standing up against or saying against this, or maybe we can talk and figure it out. But innocent blood must be spilled. The 3rd one is blood. Traditionally, that's calling somebody a witch, right? Like, were they actually witches? Who fucking knows? Burn them at the stake in front of everybody. That's what they used to do. I'm just saying. You
talk about the witches. I mean, you heard what Erica said about Charlie.
I understand, but also the witches, the Harry Potters. I've always joked and say I think it's a big Harry Potter world, which it kind of is. Wizards and warlocks.
Yeah, I'm about to say, bro, you're not far off.
I know, but what I'm saying is the 3rd stage to the ritual: innocent blood spilled. So even though Candace Owens may be so off her fucking rocker here, if there is some other players in the game that caused Charlie Kirk to die, which once again, I commented on your video. They're fucking saying this is a hunting. If this is a hunting fucking rifle, I unfortunately, even though I grew up in the ghetto, my dad was pretty country, and my uncle was like fucking, low numbered state penitentiary, Texas. But when you fucking cap somebody or shoot anything with a and this is my only argument to this, you shoot any one of them with a high-powered hunting rifle, it is blowing the fucking whole entire piece of the body, the neck, the whole. You almost can separate a cavity of an entire animal with a hunting rifle. I don't even care if it's a 30-06. Is that not right, Sean?
Right.
There's an exit. Oh, the neck bone's so strong. No, motherfucker. Fucking 7mm or a 300 Win Mag is blowing your. That might have took its fucking head off, if that's what they're accusing it as. I'm simply saying, if they're trying to pin it on him, then they're already, on the day of the shooting, Kash, they were already proclaiming death penalty. If you think they go to, when they go, which I think they're going to do it, no matter what Candace Owens says or what anybody says, they're going to convict this guy. This is how the ritual goes. And when they convict that motherfucker, it will be death penalty. And if you think for a fucking second that shit will not be on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, all of their fucking controlled, they are going to let everyone see, just like they did that fucking innocent woman on the transportation, just like they did Charlie Kirk. they're going to make sure the world sees innocent blood spill. So what I'm saying, okay, so I just said he's innocent, but I'm just saying they're going to make sure that these three things are solved by us. But the reason we're seeing them, the reason we're supporting them, and the reason we're not even questioning it, even you think he did it, right? I mean, it's because we are uneducated of their religion, which everybody thinks money runs the world, but it's actually religion. What you stand for, what you believe in. It gets past money. So this is my fear in this. And maybe what I'm saying to you maybe changes your mind a little bit. Hopefully that's what happens. This is why I love Charlie Kirk. You have open debate, discussion. Everybody may change the perspective a little bit. When I think about how they run shit, this is how they run shit. And this is their, like, steps. And I see them taking these little fucking steps. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing here? So that's why I'm pushing Candace Owens, because she's in the ears of the sheep. She is a gatekeeper. She is full of shit, right? But
I think she's controlled opposition, brother. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that she's a part of with them. Whoever they are, that's who's pushing her.
I'm not coming on here, sitting here saying suck Candace Owens' dick. But Candace Owens is trying to, once you just, like you just said, controlled opposition. She's trying to control the narrative of the conspiracy theorists. If I was to get that deep about it. The conspiracy theorists were going to come out anyway.
That I agree with 100%. I agree.
Right. So, even though she's controlling them, say they go through with this shit. She ain't talking about no sacrifice ritual. She ain't talking about no Talmudic shit. She ain't talking about no Babylon. She's dealing with the base level conspiracy theory. Fucking herd them in their cage. Keep them from understanding how they operate. You know, it's very scary to me. So that's my explanation. That's what I'm worried about. This is how I think they're playing out. This is why even though I'm pirouetting on what Candace is saying, I'm not saying she's end all be all God. In everything I've talked, have I not brought this point up every time we've talked about this show?
What?
The sacrificial rituals of what people do.
Right. Yeah.
I brought this up every fucking time because maybe a few Candace Owens viewers will see the show, and I can educate them on how Babylonial, Talmudist paganisms and their sacrifice rituals operate, because I think that's very important. Because if you're ignorant to these things, you'll just see it how Candace Owens tells you. If you think outside the box, for instance, that makes sense. So anyway, I digress. What do you think about what I just said? I'm very curious on your opinion, to be honest.
Yo, I think you're right on the same thing that I'm on.
You can call me an idiot. You can call me dumb. I know you're on my show, but you can call me stupid too. It's fine. You think I'm stupid or crazy?
No, I don't think you're stupid at all. I think we're saying the exact same thing, except when you're saying they, I know who they is, right? And it extends beyond. See, we talk about the Talmudists, but it's beyond that. Where did their ideology come from? And this is going to sound super cliche, right? But I got to say it. It comes straight from the devil, right? For me,
100%, 100%.
The Talmudists,
Hunter, hold on. To make my viewers understand this, 100% Lilith.
Yes. So check it out. We have. So I did a deep dive looking into Vanguard and BlackRock, right? And
which are scapegoats, in my opinion. I've been saying that those are scapegoats because they're just the public image.
Yes. All of it is. When they talk about the media, I did a deep dive into who owns the media companies. And what people don't understand, see, I got an LLC, right? I got my own little business. It's small compared to what, we're talking about here. But you have shareholders. And no one person makes the decisions. The shareholders come together and make decisions for their companies. Okay, and when you look at who the shareholders are of these big media companies, who the Vanguards, the BlackRock, all of these different companies, you come to find out that there's a bunch of different faces in there. Not all of them are small hats. Not all of them are the Talmudists. Those, a lot of them are from Africa. So there are different countries in Africa, India, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, America, all over the world. You have people that are dedicated to control. To control. When we talk about religion, you said
Well,
control
hold
being
on,
the
hold on.
religion.
Hold on. John's shaking his head. Yes. What did I say the other day? The whole goal isn't power. What is it, Sean?
Control.
Control.
Control, yeah.
Control. It's all
It's
about
control.
control. It's all about ego. But continue.
Yeah, it's simply about control. So when they push these different narratives out to us, I'm going to tell you right now, everything that we just talked about, we're probably wrong 100%. But we don't know because we're only going off the information that have been given to us. All the information out there that we have has been given to us, okay? And we're speculating. We're never going to know 100% what the truth is. And they are sure of that. We don't know what the truth is about anything at all. We only know what we are told. That's it. And then we can paint a picture based off of that. And then it will become the truth in the minds of the people, of the masses that agree on a certain thing. So then that one thing, we're going to say that's the truth because we all agree on it and evidence points to that. And this is what we've seen. But you can't even trust anything of what you see. Bro, I watched Thor come down the Rainbow Bridge with his hammer and lightning strike, and it looked more real than some of the things that I see on the news. You don't know what you're seeing is true, is real. We have no idea. So what's the end game for us then? Well, it's real plain and it's real simple. This world that we live in, even though we call it life and this is our reality, it's not. It's not the real reality. We're fighting for something greater. We're heading towards something more. This life is a distraction. This life is delusion. This life is chaos. This life is confusion. And once people can understand that, then it's easier to see through the BS. I know I'm not going to figure out what the truth is as a whole, but I know what the truth is as a whole. And the truth is, this world is ruled by evil people. It says that this world is ruled by Satan. But we don't serve Satan, which is why we seem like the weirdos. We seem like the lames. We seem like the people that are soft. We ain't about nothing because we don't identify with the things that they do, and we don't do the things that they do, even if we used to. But we found more. We found out better. We learned a different way. So we're striving to do that, and it's a hard road to walk because you seem like the crazy person. You seem like the crazy person when you say, I know about the Talmudists. I know about the Babylonian mysteries that they do. I know about these rituals that they do. I can't prove it. I can only tell you what I've read and what we speculate about, but I know that it's in that Bible that these people did that these people marched their children up to this iron bull and threw their children in there while they were still alive to appease a mystery god. I know that.
And
That's written inside of there.
That's not a mystery. That's fact. That's history.
Exactly. So if we know all of this, then what should be our stance? What should be our walk? And I figured that out for myself. My walk is to always try to bring people back to the real reality of you're fighting for something more. Don't get caught up in the BS. Don't get caught up in what Candace Owens is doing and Nick Fuentes is doing and your favorite politician is doing, what Trump is doing, what your favorite musician is doing, what your favorite actor said. Who cares? It doesn't matter. How are you living? How are you living? What are you really doing? What's in your heart? Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Because guess what? Nobody can escape.
I can't agree with you there. I can't agree with you. But this is the only reason. This is the only reason I can't agree with you there, is because
Go ahead.
you're not doing that. Just like I'm not. Hold on. Not degrading you, because you could be ordained. You know, and I always talk on my show about God's natural ordainment. Because some people, like you said, we can only speculate, we can only guess. Or, as Aleister Crowley even, we can listen.
Yes.
Some people listen to what they see. Other people who are advanced or ordained listen to what they hear. I do believe in frequency communication personally. And I think that's what you think, what you feel. When one girl meets a guy, falls in love, then she goes to the bar, two girls say, go to the bar. She's in love, right? One girl goes to the bar, or guy. We'll say guys, so we don't sound like Andrew Tate, because I think guys are way worse than women. You go to the bar, two different guys. One's married, one's married. One guy sits there and has a hot chick hit on him, right? And then thinks about it and has thoughts enter his head on what I should do. And then he has an action on the thoughts. I think the guy who goes home to the woman versus the guy who goes home to the girl, that is an enactment of how good your antenna is, or your ordainment, technically. How much are you actually allowing the voice that is telling you? And it's very funny how Disney and everyone made fun of this. In my opinion, they know the truth. So Disney made fun of this by doing the little cartoons with the devil in one ear and an angel in the other. I think that that's actually true, personally.
It is true.
I think
it's
that's
100% true.
CERN knows this. Oh, I guarantee you CERN knows, because they're already studying.
Brother, you are a receiver.
We're talking about quantum mechanics. If your phone can receive a message because it puts out 13 volts of energy, they've already showed you how the human being only needs so much energy to receive and operate versus the AI machines that need fucking all this power and intake. You actually work faster and receive messages and are able to make a call quicker than your phone. It's an electronic field. So I believe in this field. This is where demons, angels reside. This is where all these things operate.
I was about to say, you're saying the same thing I'm saying, brother. You're saying the exact same thing I'm saying.
So you can't
we just
prove
have two
it
different ways of describing it.
But no. I'm only combating you because you say, how are you doing in your life? Where it feels like you're ordained, or you feel like, and just like I do, this is why I can't come on my show that's all about racing and talk about this shit and try to open some eyes and pop some bubbles. It sounds like you feel like, at least, just like me, similarly, that you're ordained to have the embellishment to convey messages to people. You don't want to watch the sheep walk off the mountain. You're combating these people who may be believing.
I feel it's a duty, bro. I can't even stop myself. It's a duty.
It's a duty.
It is a duty.
It's a duty.
Yeah.
Correct. Exactly. It's a duty. You're ordained. I call it ordainment, because that's how, spiritual people label it, an ordainment. Militaristically, it's a duty. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it don't matter what you're doing in your life. It matters what you're doing with your life. So that's why I think there's a little discernment there. That's why I say I couldn't agree, because you could tell people that, what are you doing? But somebody has to be the teller, right? And there's a duty in telling. So then it's like a leveling system in a way, if that makes sense.
No, I agree. You're 100% correct. Again, I feel like we're saying the same thing. I really do. It's just like with the thing today with Candace. I wasn't planning on doing a show at all, right? I just happened to scroll down X and heard what she was saying, and it just ignited me. And I'm sitting here talking to my wife, and I said, babe, I got to go live. I got to go live and talk about this, because she's leading people into a whole wrong way right here. And for me, being from the streets and going through the system, all of what she's saying right now is BS. There's no way that she's talking to anybody about Tyler Robinson and getting any inside info if this dude really is on watch and inside of prison because he's talking about doing something to himself. You get one phone call a month, okay? And that's it. And in that one phone call, they're monitoring everything that you say and who you're talking to, all right? And on top of that, I don't think that he'll be talking to his parents. He's probably highly pissed off at them right now for what them turning him in and whatever. And then his girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, you want to call it, is gone, like then faded into the wind.
Okay, so hold on.
No
This would be
there.
my question to you. Do you not think all these people are elevated?
Elevated is in what?
All of them. There's elevation Just like I think, like people who Freemasonry, for instance, if you're Abraham Lincoln and you go down in history in their books, they control books. When you go
Yeah,
down in
it's his
their
story.
books as the person who killed, also go down in the books as who killed you. So that's what I mean by, do you not think that if we're going to go to this next level conversation, do you not think that all of them are in? All of them. Not just Tyler Robinson, not just Candace Owens, but all of them are somewhat elevated, selected. They're a part of the story that's going to go down in the history book.
Yeah, well,
So then
of
how
course I do, but that's not even my point though. My point is, again, the misleading. She's in my mind. Candace Owens is with the enemy.
do you
Whoever you
think
want to determine the enemy
so
to be.
you honestly think it's misleading to question who killed Charlie Kirk? You think that's misleading?
Yes,
You believe what
because
they are telling you.
no, not all the way. I believe that that kid did it. I believe that there could be other things, that there are other things at play here. Like what
John
you're saying, I
Wick.
talked to a lot of people that
John Wick.
shoot, and they say that that gun would have put his head all the way off, right? So obviously that's questionable. I don't know
Right.
enough about that to say, but I know that people are saying that no, that cannot happen like that, and so that leads me to say, okay, there's something fishy here, but I don't know, and neither do they. We just know that we're not getting the absolute truth. But I know
Right.
what Candace is doing is leading people to believe a different truth that is also a lie. Is my point. She's not leading people to the truth.
But what do
She's
you
leading
mean?
people
Hold
to
on. What do you mean?
another
Though?
lie to make more hate.
I could get the more hate perspective for sure, because, and that's the only issue I've had with everything. You know, I've always kind of said, I feel like I made the joke earlier, or I told you of the joke, Harry Potter. It's almost like there's
Mm-hmm.
multiple teams playing a game on society. I don't know how much you look into David Icke, but at the end of the day, I feel
Yeah,
like
I've watched a lot of David Icke stuff.
exactly. So then you know about the mascots. I call them mascots because he's on the lizard people thing. I call them
Mm-hmm.
mascots. These are like representative. You have like the mascots, and you have the Cyclops and the Giants and these different teams. So I feel like these are mascots kind of manipulating authenticity in a way. Um, and I this is my only reason I would defend Candace a little bit on this subject in particular, is because at least, like I said, I get she could be a gatekeeper, but she's at least leaning people to question what they're seeing as fact. That's what I can
Brother, she was on
support.
that acting site, bro. Her, Scott Pressler, all these social media influencers, that site, that acting, that
Right.
talent search or whatever, before she got famous, bro. And it was ran by the people that we're talking about, that you know, the Talmudists. It was their site, and there's no, bro. Like you said, they're all elevated. She was elevated to the position she was in for a reason. She came from nowhere, bro.
But also
Came
is the
from nowhere.
killer,
Only
right?
got
The
her
killer's
place.
elevated. The
Huh?
killer is elevated as well, right? Because now he goes in the
I
books.
can't.
You know what I'm saying by
I
that,
can't
though.
say. I
No.
think that he was. This is what I think about him. I think that he was somebody who drank the Kool-Aid and was easily manipulated into believing that the democracy is going out the window. Charlie Kirk is a big threat. He's a low level, he's high IQ, low intelligence. There's people out here that have a very high IQ but are stupid, that are impressionable, that will do anything that you tell them to do because they believe that it's right. Right? So smart that they can't, that they're dumb. And that's who he was. And he fell for the play. He fell for the trick.
Okay.
And he did what he
Hold
did.
on. I'm listening to you. But, okay, so the system that says all that you just said is saying turn to Jesus now. You know what I mean by that? Like Erica Kirk got on a stage, basically, chastised men overall on how we act, although didn't, address her own sex. But the system is now saying turn to Jesus. Why do you think that they're, I would say, hijacking this scenario to turn to religious export, if that makes sense? I think it does for you. Why do you think that
Yeah.
is the goal? Because that seems to be the goal. If
Because they're
everything you're
counting
saying
on
is
most
true,
people.
if everything you're saying is
Because
true,
they're counting on most people not reading their own word. Most people that call themselves Christians today can't quote you 3 scriptures out this Bible.
100%.
And they don't understand and they don't even understand it when they do quote it. So if there is a bigger play, I would say
they're pushing
it will be
it
to
that
give a perversion.
you can agree. You can at least agree they're pushing it that direction. Right? If they
Oh, yeah,
were
100%.
they're hijacking it to believe Jesus. Follow, whatever. Oh, are we going down the Project Bluebeam route? I hope not. That would be very unfortunate. But
I think we've been inside the Project Bluebeam route. That's been a thing. You know what I'm saying? But
I
even
don't need
so,
to. I shouldn't honestly react to. I shouldn't. Do you want me to?
I'm just saying, man.
You want me to honestly react? There's people. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm one of them, but hey, I can't deny them. There's people who actually kind of think that it was a show.
I've heard
There's
it.
people that
I've
think
heard all of it.
that Charlie Kirk's on an island right now. Hey, hold on, with Kobe Bryant. I'm just saying,
Yeah, I've heard it.
Hey, if Epstein can build an island, I've always said this too on my show. If Epstein can build an island, imagine what the Rothschilds Island looks like. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what
brother,
they're
I'm
fucking. It looks like Disneyland times 20.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? I could
Yo,
go on forever.
I'm not even disputing it. I'm not counting nothing out.
Okay.
I'm not counting nothing out. But remember what I told you. I only deal with what I know. That's it. I deal with what I know, and what I know is
hold on. But
is
you
that
also
there's
hold on. I'm
always
not trying to stop you here. But you also said we don't know anything. We're just guessing.
Exactly. You
What's
only
the,
know
what's
what
the frequency
you know.
tell
And
you
I
then?
tell you
Now
what
we got
I
to go
know.
into quantum mechanics. What's the frequency? What's your
So,
frequency
okay, here's what
actually
my
say
frequency
about all
says.
this? Honestly, what does it all
Don't
say?
okay. 100% honestly, my honest opinion for Cash, keep on leaning into God and keep on fighting for what you believe comes after. Don't get sucked in, because I'm gonna tell you, if I get
Don't hold
sucked
on. When
into
you
all
say
this,
God,
then I end up
what-
like January 6th again. I end up ready to be on the front lines, and like you said about the men, that when they get backed in, they get backed into that corner,
They
and
fight.
the men want to stand up and they're ready to go. That's the kind of man that I had to change from being. You see what I'm saying?
right? You don't think they want more than that?
They want all of that. That's the whole end game, bro.
Well, but that's what I'm saying as far as the end game. That's why I reference bricks, is I do see that as if I was to really analytically see the reaction, the push, get into Jesus, because obviously America's a Christian country. They want everyone to fight against or for Christianity. That would be the end game on but that would be the end game for me, is get everyone under one banner, get everyone under one banner, and go after whatever we say to go after, which in my opinion is going to be bricks. This is the long game for me. Go after the enemy.
That. But again, that goes into people not reading their word. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because in that word, it says that in these days that we live in, that there's going to be a strong delusion that falls upon man, and that most people are going to follow it. Most people are going to leave away from the path of Christ and start having itching ears and believing doctrines of demons and doing all kind of wicked things and saying that it's good, doing it in the name of God. There's a reason why Jesus said, when he was talking to the people, he said, man, many are going to come to me in that day saying, Lord, Lord, didn't I do this? Didn't I cast out demons in your name? Didn't I do this in your name? And he's going to say, man, depart from me, you worker of iniquity. I never knew you. Because you over here working for somebody that you think is me, and it's not me. I don't know you. You've been serving a whole different God. And again, that comes from, like you say, the frequency. There's a reason why they call it the Holy Spirit. When you talk about the frequencies, the Holy Spirit
That's
guides people into
exactly
all
what
understanding.
hold on. That's exactly what the frequency actually is, in my opinion.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So this is how I stay out the way and just stand
I
on
mean,
truth.
Erica Kirk or whatever didn't believe in the Trinity, and she was a Catholic. You know, that's how that goes. But
Well, that should
they're
tell you. That
manipulating
should tell
it.
you something right
I
there.
mean, they're manipulating it. They have to manipulate you. Manipulation is the game. Manipulation is
Well, then who they
God's.
following? Are they following Erica Kirk or are they following Jesus? It's plain and simple for me. It's simple for me. I'm not jumping on
Well,
the
and this is
bandwagon
why
of following
I
any
don't
person.
disagree. This is why I don't disagree with the people who question it and say, "Hey, it could be all a game," because the game is
Could be.
trying to get you to follow something. It's trying to get
It could be,
you
and that's
this
why
whole.
that's what's inspired my show tomorrow, bro. You don't even know. I got a whole show tomorrow talking what we're talking about right now, because there are people that are jumping on a bandwagon of jumping in saying, you know, some people are kind of idolizing Charlie Kirk, and I'm just like, whoa, you know, we got to follow Christ. Charlie Kirk followed Christ. I said it the other day. I say people are saying to be more like Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was trying to be more like Jesus, so be more like Jesus. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Well, I get
But
it,
I got
but
I got a whole show dedicated to this tomorrow.
I don't think people, when they hear "be like Jesus," they actually understand what that means. Like, I don't
Exactly, because
think
they
that
don't read.
Jesus subscribes to Trump or Kirk or anything that we see pushed as what we should subscribe to. Honestly, at the
He
end of
does
the
not.
day, Jesus was a fucking rebel. He was
Exactly.
a against the
And he
system
called
guy.
out, he spoke the truth. And this is where I lost a lot of my following. I lost a lot of my conservative following. I gained a lot of liberal following, ironically, and I gained a lot of Democrats. But the thing is, all of them have in common is that they all are in their word. They all follow Christ above everything. And this is one thing I stand on. I put my faith above my politics. So if any politician, no matter if it's Trump, and I love Trump because he got me out of prison, right? Thank you for that. I appreciate you. But at the same token, if you do something that goes against this word, I can't sit silent and idle by it. I gotta speak on it.
You have no idea, and Sean could attest. I literally got or helped a guy get off the streets, right, of LA. And this is so sidetracked, it's unbelievable. But I helped a guy get off the streets of LA. He got into a race car. I know this is so weird for you, but he got into a race car in Pennsylvania with a guy I knew who I was a friend with. I brought in Bitcoin to the scenario, it's a whole nother subject, but I brought in a big sponsor to help everything happen, right? All these buddies, all these friends. And the guy who I ride or died with did shit wrong. And I couldn't go forward without saying the things he did wrong. And basically, you're kind of halfway describing the same thing. What you're saying is like, no matter how good you portray, if you actually do something wrong, my life is basically my life is on the line to stand up for what's right.
Exactly.
Righteousness, and there's a fucking video on Facebook, 2 million fucking views at this point. Me and this guy trying to fight, or he's trying to fight me. They ganged up on me in Pennsylvania, but I'm simply saying, this was the scenario. The scenario was righteousness. Who did it right? And the problem in today's society, in my opinion, is people trade righteousness for status, for money, for survival. They'll do it for survival.
Yep.
If you're not willing, in my opinion, my personal opinion, and I do this all the time just because I have a deal. In my opinion, I have a deal with God. That's my fucking deal.
That's it.
My deal
That's
is
it,
not
brother.
about doing what benefits me. My deal is benefiting righteousness, because the Jesus spirit, even the Muhammad spirit, even though that's a whole nother conversation, the prophet spirit. How about that? That's the best way to say it. The prophet-based spirit is choosing righteousness over life. If you are making a decision in your life right now, and this is going to everyone watching, if you're making a decision in your life right now that is not right so that you can survive, chosen wrong.
You've lost. You've lost.
You've chosen wrong. That's the battle. And here's the deal. You may lose a lot of money in making that decision. You may lose friends. You may lose a sponsor. You may lose everything. You may go. I turned down the woman who was one of the richest people in Iowa who was obviously hot as fuck, but I thought it was wrong. Whatever you're choosing, I'm making a deposit in my bank with God. That is way more valuable than anything on this earth. And if you don't believe that deposit worth it, then you're not going to hit the fucking jackpot. Because that's my jackpot. Bro. You're worried about living as good as you can. Guess what, motherfucker? You know how long you might live? 100 years, if you're lucky. 60, 70. Oh, really? The world's been here for millions and billions of years. I'm making an investment on something that is far more valuable. You're worried about dying.
Those who try to save their lives will surely lose them, but those who lose their lives for my name's sake shall inherit eternal life. Plain and simple.
You're worried about when you're going to go away? I'm worried about when I'm going to take off. That's the problem. That's the difference, bro. They are worried about when they're going to go away. When we're investing in what's going to take off. And hey, we could all be wrong, right? The atheist may win. But at the end of the day, I'd rather die knowing I invested into more than the life we see. Period.
Man, this is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, brother.
Hey, I took it to the grave.
Hey,
I don't know who you are, Cash Kelly. Sean introduced me to you tonight. But hey, this is how I roll. This is how I have a song called "This Is How We Ride." This is how we roll. When the credit card company gives me $10,000, all right, we're gonna go live on that $10,000. Hey, I can't take the debt to the grave, but I could take my life to the grave,
brother. You're my kind of people, bro. Just so you know, man. And I'm really.
We can't say that. Hold on,
you
can't say that. You're black. I'm white. We can't say that. No, against the Trump Candace
but guess what?
Doctrine.
Guess what?
We can't do that.
Guess what, bro? We both got the kingdom. We both own kingdom business, baby. You my brother.
It's all in our head. We're psychotic. We're delusional. We don't need to believe in this stuff. This is all, and this is why people, this is why I don't hate the people who are trying to lead them to Jesus. Maybe they could get a glimpse of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they will.
They could get a glimpse, but
you got your part to play in it, man.
You got to get past Jesus, though. You got to get past Jesus to really get there. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yo, let me tell you something, bro. You got your part to play, man. You might not. I don't know if you know it, but you do. You got your part to play. I got my part to play, and everything is divine, bro. This is no coincidence that me and you met tonight. I'm looking forward to what comes after.
Are you saying the Watchmen are watching? Are you saying this is
Yes,
Truman Show shit? They're enjoying the show, right? We're just a test tube.
Possibly.
We're a test tube. No, tell the truth now. All right, come on now.
Let's hear it. Here, I'll tell you what it is.
Let's hear it.
People like you, people like myself.
Is it a fucking show? Hold on.
We are the
living
anomalies,
on a flat
bro.
Earth? Hold on. Let's get into the deepness. Are we on the flat Earth? Are we on the pillars of heaven? Come on now.
I don't know. I've never been in outer space. I couldn't tell you.
I can tell you they control who goes, right?
There you go.
We know that.
I can't tell you. I can tell you what though. I can tell you what. While I'm on whatever kind of Earth this is, whether it be round, flat, hollow. I like to believe in hollow Earth. That seems real cool. I love the Journey to the Center of the Earth movie. That seems dope. But I don't know.
That's some lizard
but
people
while I am on
this
Earth, I'm gonna do my best.
You can't be saying that. That's lizard people shit
I'm
because
just
the
saying.
lizard people were around with the dinosaurs. They went underground when they blew it all up. I'm just saying.
Hey, Brandon Fraser did a great job in that movie, and I want it to be true. I want to see diamonds in the floor. I want to see a Tyrannosaurus Rex living with a nuclear
You want
sun
to? So you
in the
want
center
that
of the
more?
earth.
Okay, so they can purchase you then. They can purchase you.
No, 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 no. I don't. I wouldn't be bought to see it. I'm just saying it would be cool if I just, happened to stumble into a cave one day and saw a giant mushroom. That would be dope.
A
That's all I'm
giant
saying.
mushroom, like
Yeah,
Mario.
giant mushroom. Yeah, something like that. Like just how the movie was, just perfectly like that. A little tree house, made out of a tree stump that's huge, and all of that. That looks really cool. Probably never
That
happened,
honestly,
but
that honestly made me feel insecure when you said tree stump was huge. But I mean,
oh my god,
hey, we talk shit on here too. Now, calm down.
I love it, man. I love it. This is good, bro.
Okay, so the
Heck
tree
yeah,
stump
man.
is
I'm
huge.
looking forward to
Cardi
you coming out here
B,
to Chicago, though, bro.
continue. Cardi B, tree stump huge. And next, Ron
Cardi
Jeremy.
B,
Are we
she's
bringing up
talk
Ron
about a
Jeremy
lizard
next?
person.
All right, that's fine. Bring up Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy, yeah. No, degenerate.
Oh, you can't. Well, as a black man, I guess you could say that, but I can't. We're over here working
They're all
with
degenerates. Cardi B's a degenerate.
Don't say
Ron
that.
Jeremy's a degenerate.
I
He's a degenerate.
have been saying that the woman is the ruler of the world. They can talk about patriarchy all they want, but we live in a matriarchy, in my opinion. But
man, they don't. They rule the people that will listen to them. That's all.
yeah, and happy wife, happy life, right? I mean, listen to what you just said.
No, my house runs. We're balanced, man. We both are. We both got our roles, and that's how we got
the
gender roles
war
in
is
my house.
actually against what you're saying.
100%.
War is against the family unit.
Yeah, factually. Me and my wife, though, we got it. We got it good, man. I got a great wife. I got a beautiful family. I got, we run it good. We run it the right way here, man.
Okay, I thought you said the white way. That would have been very racist.
That too. We run it the white way over here.
Oh my God!
Right.
Wow.
Good credit score and all.
At this point, you're admitting defeat. You can't do that. All right, it's fucked up. All right. The Persians were very successful. The Persians were very successful. Okay. Are we letting you go at this point? Is that what we're doing? We're backing this down. We don't need to get into like Persian, Greek, mythology.
No, we don't got to get into it. We don't got to get into it. I love that though. Greek mythology. That's my stuff right there.
Oh, well, that's what they believe in. I mean, I've always said the movie 300. I was like, you remember when Leonidas had to climb to the top of the mountain and ask a bunch of old guys who were like licking the ear of a 12-year-old what to do with the future? Those guys actually probably rule shit. Those guys.
Yeah, but they didn't tell you the actual truth, though. Leonidas and all of them were pole smokers. They were all a bunch of alpha betas.
Yeah, no, I've said this myself. They made sure to match their battle warriors with their boyfriends, had sex with, and that's why they would fight for their lovers until their death. Yes, 100%. But that's a part of the patriarchy, which is only white. It's not Chinese or Mongolian who took over the world for a couple of centuries. It's only the white man. The evil white man is the problem. Don't blame anyone else.
No, they lied to people about that. They lied like a mug about that.
You can't say that out loud. Hold on. We can continue till 4 in the morning.
If people jumped into history, they'd understand, bro. There's been all types of different conquests.
How did the Native Americans of America actually separate their boundaries? I thought they might have killed each other and warred. Why are you mad at the white guy who came
when they
in
came
and
over here? When the American settlers came over here, how do you think that they got? This is what people do. This blows my mind, right? When people came over to America, when they first got here, the tribes were at war with each other. Some of them aligned themselves with the settlers and said, "Hey, we'll help you if you help us. We want to take these guys out over here."
No, my point.
Okay, we'll help you do that.
Well, my point is, hold on. My point is the Cherokees were the Cherokees because they killed everybody else that weren't the Cherokees. Hold on, I'm just saying. Didn't they become this empire?
It gets deep.
I mean, so you're mad at the white guy because we whooped one's asses better than everyone else. That's what you're saying. That's basically what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Not you,
people.
not you,
It's
not
just
you.
it's
I'm
just a
not.
bro. It's
Not
just
you,
a
not you, not you. For
misunderstanding.
the record, not you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like
No,
you.
no. It's a misunderstanding of actual history. People think like when they talk about America, right? They say they're so racist. But do you know who funded the Revolutionary War? Does anybody know who funded the Revolutionary
Well,
War
I
for
mean,
George Washington?
I've done some Rothschild digging, but
No.
that
Before
was
that, before
Napoleon.
Rothschilds. No, it was the Moroccan Empire. The
Oh,
first nation to
he's
actually recognize the United States of America as an independent country, the Moroccan Empire, the Sultan was the one that funded the Revolutionary War for George Washington.
I'm not
They were all
listening. You're
Muslims.
lying to me. Sean, can you come over here? Sean, can you talk? No, it was the evil white man who did everything. I got to use.
Bro, you know I'm a history buff, man. That's what I do. If you look at my library over here, it's a bunch of history books. I love history. I love it all. I love talking about all this kind of stuff, man.
Well, I mean, there's some there was some stuff that was talked about that at night that no clue. Obviously, I'm gonna have to do some more digging on some of this stuff.
You really don't, though, brother. You really don't. I'm telling you, all the answers that you need is literally in that Bible, bro. I'm telling you. I know that sounds weird and cliche, right? But it's the truth. Everything it tells you, bro, basic instructions before leaving Earth, the Bible, right? It
Right.
tells you exactly who you need to be, how you need to be, and why you need to be. It's cut and dry. It's simple. That way you don't get caught up into any of the extra stuff that's going on. It's cool and fun to learn and know about all these things, but always know this. The more knowledge you get, the bigger fool you become.
Right.
And I know because I've been a big fool thinking I knew everything.
Yeah. Yep. That's probably about true.
Yeah, but it's entertaining though. I ain't gonna lie. It is fun to know stuff and be able to talk about stuff, but at the end of the day, none of it really matters. It doesn't matter. You can't change anything. Only thing you can do is change yourself. That's it.
Right. I mean, it's just like what you said about talking about the Bible, verses and stuff. Hell, people don't even know half the shit that they probably read or even comprehend when they read the Bible.
Yeah, but that's why it falls on people to do. I tell people this, right? You might be the only Bible somebody ever reads, and they never had to open it, and then you ain't never had to give them a verse. It's just by the way that you treat people, by the way that you interact with the world around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all I try to do, bro.
And that's what's, to me, that's what's more important.
Exactly. That's the most important thing. But we all get sidetracked. We start picking up a political identity. We start picking up a race card and a color and your favorite sports team and where you live at. Like over in Chicago, they divide you up by blocks. Now it's not even about color anymore. It's about what block you from and then what color you wearing, which way you wearing your hat. It's just so many things that they instill in you to stay divided. And It's throughout the entire world. We all have our own ways of doing it. But everybody has these things that just divides them from people. You say, well, they're not like me because of this.
Right.
And it's an illusion. It's a delusion that people fall into because we are all the same.
Right.
It's just some people don't know that.
Right. Yeah, and I think, it's going to be a battle trying to get people to see these things, I mean, I don't know. I think there's just always going to be division.
Yeah, there will be. There's always going to be division because there's always going to be people that push for the division. And that's the thing. See, there's people that don't know anything, right? That are just, they're ignorant to everything that's going on around them. And then there's people that know everything, but are intentional in the division. They are intentional in the chaos. That's what they want. That's what they live for. They have made their decision to say, and they know about God, and they've made the decision to say, I am an enemy of that God, and I serve this God. And because I serve this God, I'm going to make sure that I mislead as many people as possible that they never, I don't care if they never serve the God that I serve, right, knowingly, but they'll never serve the God that created them, the one that loved them, the one that they got to go and see when they pass. I'm going to make sure that every single thing that I do in this world misleads them so they never go to him.
Right.
And that's the world we're in right now.
Right. Man, I'm stoked about how this connection with you happened. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching your stuff more and more.
I appreciate it, man.
It's crazy, dude.
Hey, you tell that brother I said this was a very, very good talk, bro, and I love you brothers, man, and I'm looking forward to doing this again. This is my personal cell number that I called you guys on. Go ahead and save it. And yeah, I'm gonna get with you guys, but it is about to be 2 o'clock in the morning over here, and I do got to get some sleep because I got to take my babies to this festival tomorrow.
Okay.
No, he's lying. No, there ain't no fucking festivals around here, damn it.
There's a festival over here, bro.
Hey, don't be living in the distraction now. The only festival is the truth, damn it.
I love this guy, bro. He's good. This is great.
That's the only celebration you deserve is the truth, and if you don't serve the truth, then you might as well just die. No, I'm just.
No, you're good, brother. This is great, man, and I am looking forward to doing this again. You guys done messed up, and now you're.
No, you got to
take.
No, we're going to be in Chicago very soon. I may cancel my plans tomorrow, but we'll be there very soon. We'll be right there on the border, right there.
All right. So you're going to be in the Indiana side.
No, the Wisconsin side. We are an hour from Chicago.
Ah, so I'm an hour from Chicago on the Indiana side. So we'll have to curve around the. We're gonna curve around the lake. We're gonna curve around the lake, man. I'll see y'all.
Like I told you, we're surrounded. Come out with your hands up. Indiana was the disclaimer.
I got you.
No, the socioeconomic deal is very real when you look at how they set it all up. You know, everything is surrounded.
100%, bro. I'm hip.
Everything is surrounded. I'm hip, man, everything is surrounded. If they don't need too many people. I mean, the Nazis were only 12 million deep. Bro. The Nazis were only 12 million deep.
Listen. I already know it all, bro. He said it already. He said that you're going to be hated, persecuted, and even killed for my name's sake. I'm expecting it. I ain't tripping on it. But while I'm here, I'm living it up. I'm going to have a good time while I'm loving God.
You already fucked up. You already fucked up. You already said you don't know it. But now you know it all.
No. I know what's in this word. That's
okay. I'm just making sure. I'm getting the discrepancy. I want you to explain yourself. Because you told everybody 30 minutes ago you don't know anything.
This word,
you don't know nothing, and now you know.
Look, this word, I don't know nothing except for what I know, and what I know is this word is true. It ain't failed not one time.
The frequency has communicated.
And this word says, huh?
The frequency has communicated.
100%. He said, "Yo, they gonna tear y'all up." I'm gonna paraphrase. He said, "Listen, man, they gonna come for y'all. They gonna surround y'all. They gonna beat y'all. They gonna spit on y'all. They gonna take your life. Okay, but don't trip about it, because at the end of the day, I got you." That's what he says. I paraphrase that. I put it in Ebonics terms. At the end of the day, don't trip. I got you.
You better never fucking say Ebonics terms ever again. This is ridiculous. He said Ebonics terms like he's about to get some fucking coconut butter. You better shut the fuck up, all right? Listen here, you yellow bone. Listen here, you yellow bone looking son of a bitch. Listen here, you yellow bone looking motherfucker. We better. I know yellow bone from our. Down in These Roots is a good song. Don't even be fucking playing with me with these fucking coconut butter terms of Ebonics. I'll tell you right now. We will.
Cocoa butter. No, you're not going to keep on saying coconut butter. You're going to get it right and put some respect on cocoa butter, bro.
Hey, man, coconut butter is why I'm single. I'll just tell you that much. But anyway.
Oh, God, you're great, bro.
Hey, I'm just telling the fucking awesome, facts. Man. Hey, all I know is we got to go to these strip clubs. Where's the Cardi B of Chicago? That's all I'm looking for.
No, you go to that. I don't want no part of the
Oh, yeah, you do. You just got a wife. That's the only difference. Hey, we're out here to...
No, man.
Hey, the polygamous lifestyle is taken over for a reason, and it's not good. But
hey, listen, I'm gonna leave you with this. I got 10 kids, dog. I'm not going. I'm staying right here with the wife. I'm straight. I'm good.
Hey, man, without 20 kids, you ain't doing your job. I'm just fucking saying. Divide and conquer is a seed term. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yo,
this is some cocoa butter shit,
bro.
Right
I can't wait to meet you,
some cocoa butter fucking shit right here. Hey, hold on. What are you trying to say? Do I need to leave?
Get off the line,
hold
bro.
on. I got my sticker on my cap still. What are you talking about? No, I'm just.
Yo, he's so stupid.
No, I ain't stupid. I'm telling the truth. You just laughing because it's too fucking true.
But I still got my sticker on my hat. You just got some points, bro.
I'm just saying. I told you. I still got my sticker on my hat. Fucking. Oh, hey, around. Hey, I still got my sticker on my hat, bro. Even though it's backwards tonight. Hey.
Oh God.
Hey, you don't want none. You don't want none. I'm telling you, you don't want none. Hey.
Man, hey, bro. I cannot wait to meet you, bro. This is gonna be great.
No, we're going to the ghettos of Chicago, Sean. How do you feel about this? Hey, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I ain't going to the ghettos. I'm good. I made it out the ghetto. I ain't going back.
I need the insight on these YNs. What are you talking about? No, hold on.
No, you can have that. You go by yourself, dog. I'm not going. You can have that. That's gonna be a bad day. They're gonna say, "Oh, look at Kash. You with the police? Huh? What's going on over there?" Nope.
I'll talk my way out of it. Fuck them.
Hey, man. Hey, God bless you, brothers, man. I hope y'all have a fantastic night.
Oh, no. Okay.
All right, brother.
Wait, hold on. We tried to end. We just ended a man's life. John, what just happened? Yeah, it's over. What is the chat even saying? Are they even here still? Oh, I know. They're just listening. They need to be educated. Fucking whiteys. Oh no. Voting is asking for violence. Oh God. Oh, they're all the way gone. They're all the way gone. Look at them. Only 2 chatters, but we do have 50 viewers right now. What do we do with this, Sean? Do we can the episode? Is it over? Oh no. Are you sure about this?
Viewers' brains. Maybe. I don't know. Some thought into it. I don't know. I'm still 54 people in here.
Well, we don't need to be surprised. We need to be illuminated. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to we're supposed to say be sure to subscribe, right? I mean, is that what we're supposed to say?
Yeah.
We're going to Chicago, right?
You are. I'm not.
When am I supposed to go? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
And I'm supposed to meet this guy who went to prison for how many years?
36 months.
He only said months because he couldn't say years. Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. This may be the last time you see me. Not just in the Continental, but in the physical world. In Chicago, they have deep dish pizzas, if you can understand what that means. It was a very good chat with the Cash Kelly. He is still in here in the chat. Do you have anything you want to say to Cash Kelly? He's not on the line. Do you have anything you want to say to him on the show that he can't respond to? You know how these whiteys don't want the yellow bones responding. What do you want to tell the man? Not what he wants to listen to, but tell him, Sean. What do you want to say?
No, it's all good.
Are you sure about this?
Oh yeah.
You're sure? You're Asian. You could tell him. Mongolians were the most dominant force in history. What do you want to tell this guy? He's in here. I'm safe. He ain't gonna. He might kill me. His YNs might kill me. What do you want to tell this guy? You could tell him right now. Just fucking tell him. Tell him, Sean.
No, I'm just glad that the 3 of us got together and had a good talk. I mean, there's, like I said,
Before you said good talk, I was thinking very dirty, but that's a Cardi B side of me. Continue.
No, that's it.
Okay. We're not starting an OnlyFans?
No.
No, why?
Absolutely not.
It could be very profitable. You know, there's a lot of closet gays in the Charlie Kirk Society. I'm just saying.
That's for Satan. You're slipping, Chaz.
Satan almost got me, guys. All right. Well, thank you for watching the show. Hopefully you enjoyed the Kash and the Kelly. We will catch you next time. Who knows where that will be? Hopefully Earth, right, Sean? Hopefully.
Oh yeah, we'll still be here.
You think I'll be here? What?
I hope so.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will I always say we'll catch you next time, but after tonight, I'm not sure. I was going to say what will follow, but at this point, follows are for cocoa butter. All right. We'll see you later, ladies and gentlemen. Look up the term yellow bone, and then you will learn what Beyonce was. We'll catch you next time. Go on, Sean.
We can ride high, we can ride low. We can ride anywhere we need to go. We can ride all night up to the morning, as long as we make the show. We can be the best or we can be the worst. So we can be the best thing you ever heard. With the motor singing and the grandstands ringing, it's hard to put it all in words. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wild, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right.
Hold on. If Kash Kelly's still in the chat, we'll show him my ghetto side. Here we go.
Trying my hardest to stay with the best. Flexing yarns on my chest. Facing problems down the depths. I'm ready to rip. I'm correct. A fish in the water. Hit my mark. Took it and said. Indian honest. Wearing my Honda. Strapped in harness. Ready to rip. I jump on that track. Ready to roll. Ready to rip. Ready to reach. Place my bets. Hey, you never know when playing on hopes what you could achieve. Making the go. Peace with the soul. Don't matter the bottle with what you believe. Cause if I'm taking it all in, the calling is harder with nothing that's harder than free. Not giving up, no. Don't trip. Gotta go. Take a slip. Make a pass in the low. Put it down the gas for a show. Slide a pass in the grass for the opo. Got first, never last for the oh no. To the pass, to the glass, to the photo. Cause I'm gonna pass all you cowards with ease. And when them speeding demons come, we don't feast with the beast and the evil hunting lust. Burn your cheeks when I speak with my real passion, love. Turning all your tricks against you cause you're one and only master here. Ready to rip, ready to reach. Place my bets, hey, you never know when playing on hopes what you could achieve. Making the go, peace with the soul, don't matter the bottle with what you believe. Cause if I'm taking it all in, the calling is harder with nothing that's harder than free. Not giving up, no, don't trip, gotta go. Take a slip, make a pass in the low. Put it down the gas for a show. Slide a pass in the grass for the opo. Got first, never last for the oh no. To the pass, to the glass, to the photo. Cause I'm gonna pass all you cowards with ease. And when them speeding demons come, we don't feast with the beast and the evil hunting lust. Burn your cheeks when I speak with my real passion, love. Turning all your tricks against you cause you're one and only.